Then we just got the Yahoo homepage, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
If anyone needs to Yahoo something. But hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Edge of Despair, our Star Wars tabletop campaign, where we, I guess, blow our heads off after combat encounters because we don't think they're hard enough.
What?
Well, that's the only
Alright,
way in
hit
two
middle.
campaigns that anyone has died in this series. Slevered getting greedy. But yeah, so welcome everyone. There may be a few new people today because I did shamelessly self-promote on the Star Wars RPG subreddit. I mentioned in that post that we are still working on getting the asset packs out. That is still in the cards. We just gotta figure out exactly how we're gonna do that. But we are still on Ilum. We are gonna try to leave Ilum. I guess we agreed to go and do more stuff for our good friend Mr. Ty Brzan. And at the end of the episode,
Kermit the Zan.
we did it for our good friend Kermit the Zan, and we replaced Mr. Pithiddle with our new
Can't
good
replace
friend
Pithiddle.
Pad Farlow. So, how's everyone doing?
Doing great.
Slivered, stop dying.
Cannot promise that.
I mean, we were very close to having Tomnal and Tesva both die in that or
That's
previous
true.
explosions as well. So,
It's okay.
yeah, you were
Iceman
totally dead,
saved
too.
everyone.
you were the one that almost killed us, actually.
Yeah, but then I saved you, so it's fine.
No, you would have killed us. It was your actions that made us be in danger in the first place.
You were okay. First of all, you were already both unconscious before I even did.
Yeah, so we could do nothing about the explosion that you wanted to send our way. All right, I'm going to open local
Heavy
music.
warning in the
'cause-
chat?
There we go. These are all very big spoilers for anyone who missed previous episodes, but you know, that's kind of how it works. Okay, so Kalo,
Watch out for your
Mr.
audio.
DM, do stuff.
So, last time you were currently asked by our good Lord and Savior Tiberzon to do a mission. We quite literally ended with V and Uri Fen on your ship giving you the mission, and you just got the new party member. As it stands, we probably should roll Force and Destiny. Or fucking whatever the fuck. Roll Destiny, come on, guys.
We are rolling. the
2
rule
light
set.
from me.
You're not
Ooh,
using
one
the
dark.
dice tower.
Surprise of no one.
I got one dark.
I got one light.
Oh, you one dark because you stopped mine.
I didn't
Slept.
stop shit.
Slevered.
Yep, it's going to 1 dark.
All right, so this is our.
But we only had 3 light.
It's better than you.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
better
not too
than
bad.
last time.
Me and Frog Buddy, I guess, feeling on the light side today.
No, I was dark.
I thought you were light. Who's the
No, I got light.
Corey?
I want to know why you guys keep taking my percentile die. I'm like getting real tilted about it. Like, what
It would just be nice if it weren't always in. Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, I don't know what
the?
happened.
Okay, so now we're gonna roll obligation. Now let me get my trusty sheet here.
That's a 608.
It's goodness gracious, 86.
Oh, that's okay. So
If that's pit, if it's
that's
pit,
inertial.
oh, okay.
So, the guy comes back to life as one of those zombies.
God, you quit it. All right. Okay, so we're gonna start the session, and our good friend V, the best robot in this game, says, "Don't worry, we'll be watching," and he starts making his way off of the ship with Uri in tow.
The best robot in this game. Okay.
Sorry, you can't match Vernon. Everyone just gets all quiet. Come on, guys,
Yeah.
step up.
No, so
I'm looking up Top Gun quotes, don't worry.
And clean the dice out of here.
Can you guys let me know if my mic starts sounding weird at any point? Because I
Oh yeah.
trust RTX.
You didn't even have to.
Not that
Oh,
much.
there it goes. It's doing it again.
It's doing that thing.
What?
It was fine until you started talking about it. Now
Oh fuck.
it sounds funky.
It's doing like robot noises.
Oh. Is it doing it now?
Better.
So, I'm just gonna, because I want this to happen. Scarecrow, what was it you were asking me before the session started?
So the cool customer currently doesn't have any weapons because it was a racing ship, but it needs some weapons. So I'd like to attach some blasters to that thing. Where could we go, gang, to get some blasters? Lasers, I guess. Actually, not blasters. There's got to be a illicit underground starfighter hangar garage around here somewhere.
I don't think there has to
Black
be.
marketplace.
That sounds.
Black marketplace.
I happen to know some black market contacts.
See? Perfect. First day on the job and already more useful than others.
Which others?
Not gonna name names. What contacts you got?
Let me rack my brain.
Why do you sound like Obama? We
Okay,
are
so
going to see if there are any codex.
I'll get the voice dialed in at some point.
Just in time for him to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I happen to have some
You gotta go over the top with it, or it's just not Moncal. Come on.
Yeah. It's a trap. Okay, I think I got it. Elm Underground keeps their illegal ship mods here. I can take you to them.
Sounds good to me, my fishy friend.
I feel like this is
Hold up.
going to go even worse than what I'm doing this one.
We've got friends here. Don't worry.
How far is it? Should we take the ship?
I'll just move over to the console on the ship and just punch in the coordinates.
Okay. Surprising absolutely no one except some. The ship literally is brought just from the landing pad to the quarry, right?
Surprise!
And you see a couple people come rummaging out of the huts, and they look kind of surprised, but then just kind of shrug and move back inside as the cranes come to life and the ship receives a hail.
On screen.
Pad, was that necessary? That seems.
It's all about the show.
So there's this pink-skinned human on the other end, and it says password.
I'll punch in some codes there.
Seems pretty surprised that you actually had one. Like they might have had people in the past feed them a bunch of nonsense before. He gives you clearance and says, "Dock down right here. Please don't hit the crystals on the way down." That'll be a hard piloting check
Oh,
with a setback.
okay. Well, we know setbacks don't mean anything.
No,
Yes.
you're not in the pilot seat, nerd.
What? Who's piloting?
Sorry, you're right. I thought this was one of those cases where Pitt Hiddle, rest his soul, took the seat.
No.
It's just his headless corpse. Well, technically, we sold him, so.
You said hard.
Yeah, with a setback.
I removed setback, so
This is a cool customer.
such a fucking cool customer.
This
Oh, look at
suit
this
appears
roll.
a bit sweaty.
It's okay. I'll roll a force die to get a success.
See?
I got two. Okay, that's fine.
You can spend a strain to convert that over if you want
Yeah,
to.
strain
I'll
or
split the
conflict.
strain. Okay.
And
Strain.
a conflict as well. and
One
make it a
success,
success.
He's turning to the dark side. So you succeed. You manage to land the ship. And what do you want the Triumph to do?
I don't know. It's so early. I don't know. We got any ideas?
When you're pulling down, you see just out of the corner of your eye a pair of pristine laser cannons, easy for them to get to, so they're willing to cut you a nice deal on it.
with a brand spanking new flight suit on top that they're just desperate to get rid of.
You have to flip a destiny point for that flight suit.
I'll flip it.
Good. Okay, so a bunch of mechanic droids and pit droids come flying out of the woodwork.
It's too soon. Don't say it.
Oh no! One person kind of like waves his arms, trying to get your attention outside of the ship.
I guess Iceman will walk up to it and greet him joyously.
You
Friendly.
notice the cranes start to swoon overhead, and they lower their big hooks down, and they say, "All right, what do you want?"
Who's the negotiator here? The fishman?
I can help out. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
probably about the same.
That's what's also gonna go down the rank.
I'm coming too.
Communist,
And me.
Well, you're the one with the contract.
Oh, I forgot to
Yeah,
mention.
punchy to Gruda.
I rolled an 18. The personality.
Uh-oh.
Potentially.
All right,
Yeah.
so he
So-
says, "What do you want?" And he's kind of getting a little impatient, making him wait so long.
I'll peek my head over and say Tylon.
He seems surprised that you even know his name. He says, "Oh, how you doing, man?
Long time no see.
It couldn't be longer, could it?"
Mm.
Iceman
Well-
stares wordlessly behind his sunglasses.
All right.
I'm in need of a favor. Speaking of which, I think you owe me one.
He gives you the most incredible eye roll. Like you can see, like his only whites in his eyes at this point. He says, "What do you?"
No need to be like that. It's fine. You'll never see me again. Trust me. I'm never coming to this planet again.
That's what you said last time.
And the time before that, but let's forget that.
He says, "Come on, out with it. I have actual like profitable things to be doing."
My friend here is looking for some improvements to his ship. Would you happen to have some spare parts lying around?
He takes a look at the cool runnings and notices that there is, in fact, a fighter strapped on the side. He says, "What for that thing?"
That's not just a thing. Am I right? And I'll look over to Iceman.
That, sir, is a championship star racer. The cool customer. May have.
I don't think that customer's cool enough for me. What? So you want what on it?
Some laser cannons.
All right, I'll give them to you about 3,500.
Sir, that is not fair market price, nor is it illegitimate market price. I'm quite frankly insulted.
Where, Iceman, is it? I think you need to understand where you're at in the galaxy. You're not going to be able to find this type of stuff anywhere out here.
He says, with a bit of a scoff, at least your friend's speaking some sense. We don't get typical shipments around here. We pulled these off of the corpse of some other terrible Corellian ship.
Oh, so a racist is what we're dealing with. I see.
Well, I mean, Corellian ships are objectively worse than Moncal. I mean,
Well, great.
Whoa,
Two races.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure I saw another junkyard on the way in that already had these parts.
Yeah, I'm quite frankly getting tired of this guy. I say we go elsewhere. This guy clearly has no intention of actually trying to do.
I look
I
at
told you the price and you didn't like it.
the pit boss and I tell him, like,
Rest in peace.
I don't look at him with my gun, Kalo.
No,
No, he was
he's
making a
pit.
reference to Pit.
So, anyways, I
Oh.
started negotiating.
So I
He makes
use.
a comment and says, "But maybe if you were trying to help me, I might be interested in. You got any slaves? We don't have any of those around here."
Jesus. So
He says,
let me get
"Well,
this straight.
You got a Togruta in the back over there. They're usually pretty
Oh
good
my god!
slaves."
Fuck you!
All right, Iceman's
I
gonna
am
pull out his
no
lightsaber,
one's
ignite it,
slave.
and hold it to this man's throat.
And
And be
I'll
like,
So
say,
that's a
I'm gonna pay-
coercion check.
Coercion check? Hell yeah. There's
Alright,
gotta be a boost for holding a fucking
well,
lightsaber.
Sure,
If-
I will say that is.
if I
definitely
help you
intimidating.
out, I can give you a free advantage.
No, hold on. I think I should be helping him out with that some intimidation.
We can
'cause
all assist
I
if you
was
want,
the
yeah.
one
Everybody just jumps on top of him.
That's fine.
But
All right.
I get 2 boosts.
What's around us? Like, are
Alright.
we on the ramp?
You are okay, so I will ping it. Like that's why we make these awesome visual assets here. You're in the middle of this pit, and there's a ton of like pit droids and mechanical droids just surrounding you. They don't seem to have very good intelligence to gauge the situation, but they're just kind of standing on they're waiting for something to do.
So what kind of stuff's lying around? Like, I'm looking for like smaller items, like ones we wouldn't model. So like, is there like a bunch of like metal beams around?
Oh,
Is
no,
there
here
like
we go.
digging
Yes,
equipment?
there's scrap. Jesus.
I'm gonna go pick up a big metal beam.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Anyway, about this coercion.
So that's going to be a hard coercion check, and you have 2 people who have quite literally sprang to their feet, and I'd say that's 2 boots.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, before you roll, does anybody else have actual ranks in coercion?
Frog might. Frog is, I think, she's playing soldier. She might have ranks in coercion.
Let me check.
I have
do.
an automatic success for some reason.
I think that might
What?
be race
No, I
based
just have 3.
or species based.
No, I have 3 green, too.
Just make it. Whoever wants to make it. I
I'm
think
rolling,
Bubbles
I'm
might
rolling.
be able to. Okay.
Oh,
No,
does
no,
Bubbles
no,
want
no,
to do
no.
it? Bubbles doesn't want to do it.
All right. All right.
Bubbles
Give it a
is
roll.
terrible.
What do you...
Frog, you should take this, I think.
Oh no! Oh, ooh. So
Ooh.
we'll handle the threat as you like pull your lightsaber out, and the Togruta, reaches out to try and grab this son of a bitch. You notice that the pit droids are a little feistier than you expected, and they all pull out holdout blasters and aim it at Iceman.
What the? Hey, while
But
this is happening, can we just put a pause
No.
on this situation, Iceman?
Hold on.
Posture.
He says, he puts his arms up. He says, "Hold on, we can make a deal. Please just put the lightsaber away." And he motions for his droids to do the same with their blasters.
Iceman's gonna wait for the droids to put their blasters away first.
They, quite robotically put their blasters back in their hidden compartments.
Tesfa's gonna continue to pick up a giant metal.
He hasn't noticed yet.
Iceman's gonna put his lightsaber away, but he's gonna walk straight to this dude's face and be like, I'm either leaving here with those lasers for 2,000 and you say no further words, or I'm leaving with those lasers for free because you spoke and I killed you.
That's 10 conflict.
I'll do
That
it.
is an outright threat. That
I'll
is
fucking
10
do it.
conflict.
Give
for
it to
sure.
me.
Oh my god, the legend never dies. Okay,
You'd
so
only be at
that
10.
is.
We didn't reset.
I'm pretty down with that. That's definitely a boost on. So he's very clearly absorbed the type of crew he's got in front of him, and he says, "All right, we'll do 2,500."
Oh no.
Are you really in a place to negotiate?
Are you really in a place to think that we won't fight back? He then kind of points to the cliff faces around the quarry, and you notice that a couple mercenaries have taken up pot shot position.
So I'm gonna say to him, I think you'll find it's in your best interest to just give it to him for the 2,000, and I'm gonna do the influence power.
Okay.
So I think that's the opposed discipline check.
It'll be average.
Okay.
Oof.
So
A man's not disciplined. Iceman's treading down that path, boys.
Iceman
That was
is
an
fucking.
empty threat.
He's fired.
And for force, I just need. Oh my god, I'm taking a conflict and a strain to.
What did you say, Frog?
It was an empty threat. He didn't act after that man spoke.
But he did threaten him.
All right, I took the conflict and then I took the advantage on the roll to cancel out the strain I was taking. So
Okay, so I think it's in my best interest to give you these for the listed price of 2,000. He kind of gets this blank stare in his eye.
And also, those pit droids, I'll give you 600 for one. I think that's above market value.
Sure.
I just motioned to one of them to get on the ship.
It literally just kind of waddles towards the ship. So he holds out his hand expectantly, waiting for the cost, the price.
I'm gonna need that flight suit too.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for
All right. He moves to one of the buildings, picks up a flight suit, and hands it to you.
All right, I'll pay the man his 2,000.
Takes it and looks a little frustrated that he just did that, if that makes any sense at all, and walks away. And the cranes get to work on the cool customer. You get the impression this isn't the best way to modify a ship.
But does it work?
You're about to find out.
He rigged them so they'll explode.
Okay, so the cannons clamp onto the ship, and it looks pretty good. They put the ship back on the cool runnings clamp, and you're good to.
All right, I think
Time to get out of
Iceman's
here.
good here. Yeah, it's a pleasure doing business with you, racist. And then Iceman gets back up.
Tesla's
Yeah,
gonna follow, carrying the piece
Shooting
of
the guy a glare before I walk back into the ship.
You guys notice that Tesfa has two large construction beams in tow.
Tesla, that's not gonna fit through the door.
Slam sideways through the door.
Odysseus, what
the
the
door
fuck was
bigger.
that?
Breaks the ship.
You know, I think I have a sound effect for that somewhere.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Is this gonna be the bones
Alright.
crinkling again? 10 million times?
So you guys get back on the ship. What do you guys want to do now? They
Well,
very clearly are wanting you to leave the pit.
the chat has called my shot, and the droid's name is in fact Little Hiddle.
That sounds really bad.
That's so good.
That is so awful.
Oh,
Iceman
Little-
nods approvingly.
Pit Little could have been it right there.
Pit
Yeah.
Little. Oh!
Let's break on the pit little.
Alright, do we want... So this
flipping a
this is
desk
Tom Knoll
because
in
Little.
character to everyone else in the crew. Are we calling it Pit Little or Little Hiddle?
Pit Little.
I like Pit Little better.
Who?
There was a guy, he blew up. Odysseus, Bubbles, this is really more of a you question. You too, Zilla. Tesva, I don't respect your opinion enough.
It's gotta be pit little.
Wait a second.
That's
Little
what's gonna
sounds
growl in response.
less bad.
Caleb. Could
What's up?
could I make a roll to figure out that name? Because that name kind of sounds familiar to me.
Oh god.
Perception,
Oh,
I
no.
guess.
Is that knowledge? Like
You
I
can do
know it from a
Underworld.
politics standpoint. I know from a politics standpoint.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah.
It'd be hard.
Okay, hard.
Are you playing your backstory or something?
My man's role playing from beyond the grave. Oh, sucks to suck, as
No.
they say. Do you have 5 of that? What?
I'm
All right,
smart,
continue.
baby.
Okay.
Apparently not smart enough.
Yeah.
So the cool runnings and cool customer are in pristine condition, Iceman.
All right, let's at least get to orbit, unless anybody has any business.
So you bring the ship into orbit, I imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You finally get into orbit, and you're just kind of idling in space at this point. There's a space station that clearly has noticed your presence, but doesn't seem to care too much.
So, what kind of role would it take to turn this into like a club? Like can I wrap
I don't know
A
how to answer
metal
this question.
Um, do you have the thermal cutter?
I can find one.
What, you didn't save pits? Or were they lost in the explosion?
Yeah.
I don't think any one of you
No
guys
one
actually
got it.
truly
Yeah, no
looted
one got it.
Taylor.
Okay.
I just got his
Got his-
money
So,
from his knee flap.
It's what he would have wanted.
Okay, so the last thing you heard from V was that they wanted you to go to Mustafa. And let me delete this right here.
we're down here right now.
Now, as a character with amnesia, what is Mustafar like?
Hot.
Kind of red.
So the opposite of where we just
Lots of high
were.
ground.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Oh,
that
hey,
things
look.
won't try to kill us?
Nice.
It's
Oh,
Iceman's ship, everybody. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, it's quite literally the opposite of where you've ever been. I hadn't thought about.
We going straight to Mustafar?
I
We
guess.
need to stop off anywhere? No?
No,
I'm
I
good.
still need an answer. Like, do I need to roll something?
Oh my god.
If you want to craft something, that's a mechanics check. If you want to craft do you want to craft it as an improvised weapon?
Yeah, basically. That's what I'm doing.
Kayla, please stop me if you feel like anything
No,
I'm saying is
you're,
wrong.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
That's you're
gonna
handling how I was literally about to say it. So
nah. You're gonna throw in some challenge die for this nonsense because you're trying to essentially bend a steel girder into a club of some kind with just your
No,
hands.
the girder's fine. I'm just trying to wrap something around like the end of a girder to make it bulkier.
Okay. If you just what are you trying to wrap around it?
Ideally, if we have something similar to
Hiddles,
barbed wire,
Fab.
but I don't think we have anything similar to barbed wire. So just probably like a thinner metal. Maybe if we've got what would work?
I would say you would need to try and find something on the ship, I guess, to do that. So why don't we do a
Yeah,
Caleb,
no,
please stop me. Whatever this is.
that's
No,
fair.
no, I'll take it from here. Give me a hard
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah.
Tomno sees Tesva looking around and just hides Little Hiddle. Or Pit Little.
So while you're trying to plot a course, Iceman, this giant droid falls onto the console in front of you, looking for something, and it just kind of says, "Where is?"
Iceman briefly touches the hilt of his lightsaber, but then thinks better.
Tesla is going to go into the kitchen area and look at some of the chairs.
It's all gone!
Today must be one of those days. For
You
that
find
robot, a
big,
isn't it?
like the last remaining rag on the ship.
Terry cloth.
A rag.
Yep.
Tesla's just gonna be disappointed and just cradle the. How long is this I-beam?
It's taller than you are, so it's like 9-10 feet.
10 feet? Okay, excellent.
All right, before we
the
before we
Mustafar,
jump
I
to
can find-
Mustafar,
I
It's,
already circled it a long time ago.
some of us are still wounded. Some of us much more so than others.
Yes. I can help out with that.
Yeah, maybe we could spend some quality time, getting back in one.
Are you a doctor? What do you do? Who are you exactly?
You can say I'm a party to your benefactor.
Okay, that gives me no information.
But what do you do?
What does that even mean?
What are your skills?
If you need a good mind, I can help you out.
Okay.
I can also shoot a gun. I've handled myself over the years.
All right, so a lot of masturbation and...
Apparently.
Whoa, making it inappropriate. Demonetized.
While I'm talking, I'll just I'll look over to Iceman and try to help him out as much as I can. I'll do a medicine check on him. Difficulty 1, right?
Yeah.
He's below half his... Yeah. As I'm healing, I was like, what else would you like to know about me?
Where are you from?
I mean...
Look at my face.
Oh, so I guess that's the only place. I guess that's the only place you people come from, huh? Okay, I see. I didn't know we lived in a galaxy where you're only bird on your species' home planet. Sorry. I guess that's why as a human I was born on Humania. That's right. Sorry. Good call.
I haven't been there.
That was really good.
Tespa's gonna laugh if Tespa's around.
Iceman already thinks this new dude is a fucking idiot.
What is your problem
You
today?
get healed for 7.
Oh, beautiful.
You threatened to
Right.
murder that guy, and now you're just
Iceman thinks this dude's okay now. He healed him.
How many successes did you have?
I have 4 and an auto tool that adds an automatic success.
Oh, that's pretty
And
rad.
surgery.
Yeah.
All right, you're all right, Fishman.
Like I said, I'm here to help.
If you had to
So
say,
I need
like, you
all
had one...
All players, I need you to make a hard perception check.
Hard perception.
With a red die in it, sorry. One is upgraded.
1 red.
So 1 red, 2 difficulty, or 3 difficulty, 1 red.
1 red, 2 difficult.
Okay.
2 failure, 2 threat.
You're
2
good,
success,
don't
1
worry.
advantage.
We'll wait for everyone to roll here.
0 success, 1 advantage.
Nothing.
Jesus, frog.
There.
Do you want me to roll as well?
Man, talk about unlucky.
Oh no!
As weird as it sounds, I didn't think about how I would resolve a despair for what's going on in the right background.
Kayla, do you want me to roll as well for that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll.
Am I gonna be the only one who fucking succeeds in this?
Probably.
This is perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 red, 2 difficult.
Well, good luck.
Oh my god.
Wait,
No,
1
it's not
red,
happening.
2
What the hell did you do
difficulty?
that?
Yeah.
I rolled wrong.
Oh, you didn't roll right, that's for sure.
Yeah. Hold, let me re-roll that.
Sure, go ahead.
Rolls another despair.
Fucking, here we go. Alright, whatever. So those of you who got advantage, you can just recover strain, whatever you'd like to do. Corey, as
Yo.
you're moving throughout the ship, you're having a decent day, you kind of look down and you notice that there is a face in the floorboarding, and it moves away as you notice it.
Mm-hmm.
A face
Come
in the
again?
floorboards?
Does he recognize the face?
Shut up, Scarecrow, what the fuck?
Is it Pit Hill?
Is it a species that... Is it a species that I recognize?
It looked like it had green skin,
Green
very
skin.
humanized.
Green skin, human eyes.
Alright. I'm gonna... When I see it, I just call it, hey, you! Stop and talk to
already
me.
It's already gone.
Iceman looks over at Tom Knoll yelling into the floor, and shakes his head disapprovingly.
All right. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk about how you wanted to murder that guy. But there's someone in the floor.
Party conflict.
There's someone in the floor, you said.
Yes.
Someone in the floor.
Tesfa's gonna say where.
Yeah. Where point where you're gonna where you're looking at. Where you think they
That
are.
one vent that you can see into the floor from right here?
Okay, I slap on my infra binoculars and look through the walls.
Tesfa's gonna slam her. Tesfa's gonna slam her foot into the vent. I don't know how you want to resolve that.
You guys hear a
Right.
very loud clang from the
Ship,
other end of the
Tesla.
ship.
Clang.
Severed, you notice that there are 3 heat signatures underneath the floorboards.
What kind of heat signature?
Human-sized.
Yes.
I'm readying my weapon. Oh wait, I don't know this yet.
Ready, sit
So
Zilla's
ready.
just always readying her weapon.
I think we've got some critters running around.
All right,
I think I
can
see 3 of them.
before anyone shoots
Define-
these people, can you let me talk to them? We seem to be
I'm
running
not
into this
planning
problem a
on
lot.
shooting them, no.
That's surprisingly out of character, but you know what? I think that's the direction we need to be going. Iceman's gonna back Tomnal up on this one.
Can I fit into the vent? Like,
Yeah, you can fit into the vent. You just take the ship
You
apart
try
a
to
little
go down there.
all
They
right.
can probably hear anything we're saying anyway.
Okay, so I hesitantly go into the vent and Pad, can you give me some direction here?
I'll
Here's my
I'll
comlink
go-
number.
yeah, I'll talk to you over the comms. I'll just say left to right, straight.
So, straight to his, like, as he goes down, he would have to turn around to find.
Okay, then I turn around.
Alright. Alright. Alright, Corey. Listen. We're about to have a fight. So you are moving through the darkness and you don't really see too well, but you hear what sounds like someone saying, "Get out of the way."
Can I see anyone?
It's very dark.
Iceman goes down there and turns his lightsaber on. Shed some light on the
Oh
situation.
my god!
You
Don't
hear
do
the
that.
loudest, blood-curdling scream you've ever heard as a female Twi'lek and 2 humans run past you and move up towards the vent that you just came from.
Runs past who? Corey or me?
All of you, both of you.
All of
As
us.
as they're running past,
I just let them do this?
Do you want to stop?
as they're running past, before they get to me, the first one, I tell them you want to stop right now.
And
Influence
as
power.
you do that, you notice that there is currently a slightly chunkier Twi'lek on the floor who hasn't moved very well.
I'm not going to try to convince the dead
dead.
one. That would seem like a waste of my time.
They don't look dead. That's not... Jesus. Alright, so you stop one of them. That's an opposed discipline, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be hard. Which one are you stopping? With 2 of the humans? One of the 2 humans or the Twi'lek?
Whichever was coming at me first.
The Twi'lek is the fastest, so yes.
Okay.
So she stops and like looks at you like wide-eyed as can be. The lightsaber being the only illumination of the room, and she looks, clearly she's not in total control of her own motor skills because of this stupid force sensitive. She says,
You cut out there, Kevin.
it says what very loudly. Thank you, Katia.
Why are you here? Who are you?
The illumination from the lightsaber seems to be revealing a ton of scar tissue all up and
Oh,
down her
fuck.
body.
Do they look in any way like the stormtroopers we fought on what's its face?
Oh, you mean like psychotic?
Like
The ones with no eyes?
they're basically zombies.
They have eyes. eyes.
Do they have eyes?
They have eyes? Okay, they have eyes.
You so the back of her calf looks like it's been severely cut up.
Are they out of the vents yet, or
So
Are
two
these-
humans come jolting out of the vents past Iceman, and you've all heard the scream at this point. You would know that something's around.
yeah, I'm showing up on the scene.
Do we know who screamed? Which one it was?
It was probably the Twi'lek, if you had to guess, because the two humans are male, and it was a very clearly a woman's scream.
Alright. Tesla will also, I guess, head towards the location of the vents because it sounds like they exited different from where we originally saw them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I had the wrong.
So Iceman and Corey, what is your reaction? Because I'm basically kind of counting down the force that Corey.
Are you from Ilum?
She gives you a very blank stare and blinks and says, I don't know what an Ilum is.
Where are you from?
This ship.
You've always been. Are you from Nerith?
As you say that, her whole face turns a slightly paler green.
Nerith is gone. He has no hand in this situation. We beat him. You're safe.
Handily.
So I think that's a leadership check to try and convince her to be pretty chummed up. That'll be hard.
Can I get a boost to him by showing him that I'm holding?
Actually, no,
the
there is a
lightsaber?
setback. There is a fucking setback,
Frightened.
actually. This character is frightened and just completely terrified of the lightsaber that has been ignited in front of her. In fact, it looks like something she remembers, so that's going to be another setback.
Wait. I'm using the Force. So that's 2 success. Okay, I'll have to re-roll that. Because
Just add that and re-roll that. Okay.
Hold on. Force stuff. I'm also going to convert this to a light side one, so I'm going to take another conflict and strain. So that's 1 success, 0 threat.
Okay, she stops in her track, but does not take her eyes off of the lightsaber that Iceman is wielding.
That lightsaber cut off
So,
Nerith's hands.
We're gonna cut real quick here. So Zilla and Tesfa, you notice the two humans have come screaming out of the vents. They look rather emaciated.
Stop.
Got him.
Do they,
They
seem
don't
to
seem
be?
very convinced.
Do they seem to be listening?
They hear you.
Calm down.
Is that a coercion check?
Iceman yells up,
Sure.
I don't think words are working.
I try to.
There haven't been any punches thrown. Words are still working.
What was that, Slim?
I rummage around in the cargo bay to try and find a blanket to put over.
Okay. So you find the last remaining blanket on the ship because a stupid droid has ruined everything.
I bang off the dust of it and put it over here and try to isolate her from the rest of the crew.
Males. The two humans are males, and there's 2 Twi'leks down below. Spatially.
What are you doing here on this ship?
So they've stopped, kind of tentatively, kind of gauging whether or not they should be running from the angry, muscular Togruta. And as they do so, you notice that they are emaciated, and they have a bunch of scar tissue, but it's nowhere near as severe as it could be. It looks like they've just been beaten a ton.
Okay, well, as someone who escaped a prison, I'm going to, look them up and down, and obvious concern is on my face as I realize they've been going through something, and I soften my facial features, and I just kind of relax my body posture and try to approach them calmly and be like, "What happened to you guys?"
So as you do so, you notice that one of them has his mouth open, kind of from in terror, and as you do, you notice his tongue isn't there, and the other one doesn't seem to want to talk either.
Are there any more of you on the ship?
One of them points downward from where it came. So Corey and Iceman, you guys can take over since you guys are technically separate.
Let me do something first.
Sure, go ahead, buddy.
So upon noticing that they seem like no threat at all,
Don't try to wrap them around your fucking pole.
Oh my god. Oh my.
in this particular room, where are the exits?
So there's an exit leading to the cockpit, one that would lead to the off ramp, one that leads underneath the ship, and there's two that lead to other rooms on the ship. But they're not really exits, clearly.
Okay, and then there's like the vent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I listed that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the hole that leads down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tesla will go stand behind them
Hespa,
and not say anything.
Their eyes get more and more wide. Iceman, Corey.
So we saw the other body that's on the fourth one on the ground, right? We see them.
So the lightsaber is illuminating the room well enough that you can tell that she's not dead, just has chosen not to move.
Okay. I look past the one we're talking directly to. Say, what's her deal? Can she move?
She says, well, she got sick a couple days ago, and I don't know what's wrong with her.
We have someone who is sort of I look at Iceman. Is he a doctor? Is he? I don't know.
I don't think
She
he's
doesn't
an
look
MD,
very
but
convinced.
If we can all go upstairs,
I show them my fresh bandages. Be like, worked out pretty well.
What was that, Corey?
if you'll both come with us into the main part of the ship, we can get Pad to look at all your wounds and stuff. You can't, there's nowhere else you can really hide on the ship. You have to trust us. And we can all talk this out. Because right now, your other friends are up there with the rest of our party. They like punching stuff, and
Under the bus.
it's better that we go up there.
Under the bus.
point,
Straight under the bus.
Spitting facts.
I would say at this point you hear the clanking noises of the robot walking around the room behind.
Yeah. So the chunky Twi'lek stands up and begins to follow you.
I motion for them to go up in front of me.
They step up out of the hole, and they are very surprised by the massive war droid standing in front of them, and they turn around to see everyone.
I pull myself up out of the vent. Pad, can you
Is this everyone?
do something about this? They need help.
I look. I kind of just glance at them and realize the extent of some of those older injuries. And oh my goodness! I'll.
He's a dad character.
This just won't do.
Please sit, and I'll pull out a breath mask that I have. It's basically like an oxygen tank. I'll give it to one of them, and I'll try to see if I can mend any injuries they have.
It's a gash!
Okay, so they look to be severely wounded. It's going to be a hard medicine check.
Okay.
Iceman
There's
will.
also a setback because currently you're not really working with in the best of conditions. Typically, they're sterilized, etc., by your own tools, but they have clearly been festering around in the ship for quite some time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Iceman joins him in the room.
Okay.
And
Is your lightsaber still on?
yeah, I turned my lightsaber off. Put it up back on the belt.
Oh my goodness! 1 success, 3 threat. So
I'll
that's
take 3.
4. That's 4 health if I for that person.
So you're currently tending to the skinny one, we'll say.
Mhm.
The 3 threat is that you know that they all have a similar type of plug in them, so to speak, that looks like it's a remote-controlled explosion.
Look, where's
It's
that
right
located?
around their neck.
What's the yield on this explosive? We targeting single target, room filling. What are we looking at here?
You can try and analyze it.
I'd like whoever's the best analyst here to analyze that. as quickly as we can analyze.
Do any of
She
us
seems
know that?
Really, yeah. So Slever hasn't told you, but Slever, she is incredibly grateful, and you notice that her body posture is eased up a lot.
My body posture has tensed up a lot.
Is anyone here good with explosives?
I hear money credits just cry out in the as I
You're
look
not
at the
gonna-
explosive. How embedded is it?
Okay, you basically you're kind of making a medicine knowledge check here, and it's going to be hard.
Do they all have it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do we
So
know?
I'm gonna throw something out here, Kalo. I have an ability with cybertech called energy transfer, where I can give something power. It doesn't state in the rules that I can siphon something away, but could I use a destiny point to siphon the
Sure.
power away from it?
You would only be able to do it to one person, though.
Okay, that's fine. Who's the most scared of the bunch?
We'll say that currently, because of how that cybernetic is like not meant for this, it's going to be disabled for a day. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so flip that destiny point. Which one are you going to do it to?
Yep. I'm going to do, whoever is the most scared.
So it's the skinniest Twi'lek among the bunch.
Yep, I'll go ahead and do that to her, and siphon the power away. You'll see like there's a cybernetic on the back of my neck that kind of shorts out. You'll see me twitch a little bit, and then carefully excise the device.
Okay, so taking it out is going to be a medicine check still.
You got it?
Because it's in such a way that even if you were to just try and rip it out, you would be hurting her severely.
I would not try to rip it out. Okay, so
and we're gonna change the difficulty here. Go ahead.
to that. It's easier to just disable it, like to just remove it without actually making
That's
the
because I flipped
explosive.
the destiny point.
Okay. This is the same roll I had before.
Despair, despair, despair,
What do you
No,
got,
no.
buddy?
despair, despair, despair.
It's no despair.
Oh.
1 failure, 7 advantages.
Okay, so you don't manage to. So you don't pull it out. You just kind of give it a couple tugs, and she looks visibly like disturbed by it because it's obviously not comfortable. What do you want the 7 advantage to be?
Oh, geez, that's a lot of advantage.
Yes, it is a lot.
How about if that the explosive doesn't blow up?
So,
It hasn't gone out. There was no despair here.
how about like I'm able to I'm able to I don't pull it out. It's not out of her like neck, I guess. But I'm able to clearly recognize the make and model of it. Know that I've worked with an explosive like that before. So it's significantly easier for me to remove.
It's about half the power of a detonite charge. You've worked with these before. They're usually meant to keep slaves, in check. You're not sure what would cause these to detonate, though. There doesn't appear to be any. It's not receiving too much information.
How about this? I know the chemical compound that's used to cause the explosion, and I know of a chemical compound to make it inert at some point. So
Sure.
so
You're
the
still gonna have
explosive
to make
actually
them-
doesn't blow up. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this, I won't be able to remove them, but
From
one
her,
of them will
okay.
have it disabled.
So you can just have a very large mechanics check to try and disable all of them, which is clearly a lot safer than just leaving them in the character's name.
Yeah, I can try that out.
Sure.
What role is that?
That's you're doing it to a lot of people. It's gonna be daunting.
Okay.
Does anyone want to try and
sorry,
help out? Because
mechanics?
there's a lot of physical labor.
I can offer limited help. I only have one mechanic, but I have 2 mechanics. I can help move stuff around.
That's a boost. Okay.
So the threat is you're pretty sweaty.
Oh no,
You managed to
it's
get them
happening
all
again.
to become inert, and the unnamed slaves seem to be very like confused because you haven't told them what the hell you're doing as you're tinkering around with what they know is a bomb on their neck.
Yeah. So I'll alert them now. It's like, okay, so I can't remove these guys just yet, but they don't work anymore. So it'll just be there, but it won't blow up.
They look like they don't believe you, so to speak, and they say, "This is the nicest anyone's ever been to us."
They
Well,
don't
that's right.
believe you, but they still think this is the nicest. That's kind of depressing.
Yeah, doubt.
So I can also kind of give them like proof, like it's an inert, or I can show them like it's powered off essentially.
Okay, sure. So they seem kind of grateful, and they ask, what are you going to do with us?
Well, is there anything you guys need for help? Do you guys want to go anywhere?
The skinny one seems to have like a light bulb moment, and she says, "There's a storage unit on the ship. Could we vent it into space?"
What's in it?
She goes quiet and says, "You should find out."
We should. So
Yeah.
you could tell us.
She points you to the cargo hold on the ship, and there's a hollow floorboard.
Huh. Have we really not looked in here before?
I guess we have it. The robot has, but
I
I
think.
I quickly sniff in here as like there's that same sweat stench that was on the cockpit seat.
oh, that's just Hiddle. That's
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Oh,
He had pretty strong pits. That's why we called him that.
No.
okay, so she kind of like pulls open the floorboard to reveal a lockbox. It doesn't. There's no power to it, so it looked like you could just get it open.
I open it.
A massive,
You just
disgusting.
so you just
smell
open. Well,
wafts over. No. He's already done it. You gotta calm down. Oh. So you guys noticed that Tonal has turned around and has vomited onto the floor.
Huh.
Iceman backside of the room and seals the door just in case.
He ain't playing.
All right,
So,
now that I'm locked in this
I'm
room by
unfazed.
myself.
I mean, I'm unfazed. I'm gonna take a look.
So,
That's what we'll
Zilla,
take a look.
you and Tesfa and Tomnal notice that there are organs and chunks of flesh inside of the storage compartment, all
What
wrapped
the-
up in little tissue paper.
What the fuck? What? Why is this in the storage room?
Tesfa, did you do this?
So,
Tesla shakes her head.
Iceman radios in. What's going on in there?
the small Twilight kind of points towards the fork in the storage compartment.
Were you eating someone?
She looks like you just insulted her entire family lineage. She says, "No, they
Wait.
were eating us."
They?
That pilot, Rom Sale, and that stupid Sith.
Whoa! I immediately call Medicio. Yeah, your boy Rom was eating people.
Well, I told you he was a bastard. I'm pretty sure I said repeatedly, "That son of a bitch." I don't know what you're coming
I
at me
think.
for.
Wait, hold up. I think bastard's a little low on the totem pole of description for that. That warrants a little bit more than bastard.
So I'm not saying your boy is in your boy. I'm saying your boy is in your boy.
Yeah, it turns out the guy that framed me for attempted murder's not that cool of a customer. Big shocker.
An actual murderer.
Did we left him alive, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We need to rectify that at some point. Put that in the day planner, Bubbles.
We should fix that.
She's like, "You know them?"
Unfortunately, we thought they were captives too. Do you know Billy, the Chiss Admiral? Was
Daenerys
she on
brought
the
him on the ship and tried to cut her too.
Okay, so she's cool.
Iceman re-enters the.
Okay.
We thought we were rescuing Romsail and Billy because they were on the ship when we got on it. I mean, we knew Romsail sucked, but
Not that he sucked this much.
yeah, Nerith is out there. The Jedi is out there somewhere. He doesn't have hands anymore. Adicio cut those
It's good
off.
to know.
But he stole our ship.
Why were they eating you? Or I guess your comrades? If there was obviously not a lack of food for those.
Well, I think it was a game for him. She looks a bit disturbed.
What,
Oh, the fucking
Kalo?
turd.
Yes.
What species was Nerith?
You never asked? He was just behind a mask and a hood.
Okay.
So unknown.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But he had 2 hands, so that's something.
But he doesn't have 2 hands
He
anymore.
doesn't
that's
anymore.
We're there! He chooses every opportunity to bring up the fact that he cut off his hands.
I'm
Every
sorry.
opportunity.
So you've been hiding this ship all this time?
Well, he disappeared for a couple hours, and he said he was gonna kill me the last time I didn't eat the food he gave us. So we decided to try and hide in the ship.
What did he try to feed you?
She kind of gives you a simple blink and says, "Food."
Okay, fair enough.
It was all very good food. And she then points to the slightly chunkier Twi'lek in the hall and says, "But I think you know where I'm going."
Yeah.
Oy.
Oh. What are your names?
Sorry, I actually have a list for them. 1 second.
My name?
She says, "My name is Luna, and the other Twi'lek's name is Miri, and the other males are Alco and Roland."
I'm so sorry that this happened to you.
Alco, Roland, Iniri.
Miri and Luna. Since this is your ship, you might want to clean up the other ones.
Could you put those in the Discord chat just so I can spell them?
Sure,
properly?
sure.
Thanks. Well, should we go to Mustafar first, or should we try to find somewhere for our new friends first?
Where are you guys from?
Twi'lechia and Humania, obviously.
I don't know where the humans are from. They don't really talk. But we're just, we got taken from Tatooine at one point.
Do you want to go back to Tatooine? I don't know any good things about Tatooine.
No.
Is there anywhere you do want to go?
A place where we don't get sold into slavery would be pretty cool, she says with a surprising amount of dry humor.
How about this? Let's first of all get rid of the remains, and after that, you can stay here safely on the ship with us, and we'll take care of you in return. You can help us make sure the ship stays maintenance and clean.
Sounds an awful lot like making them slaves again.
No, it's a job.
Are we paying
They
them?
can leave whenever they
Would
want.
we be paid? She says flatly.
Maybe we could go back to Corellia. Have Billy get them in kind of some social program there.
Well, what I mean to say is until there's someplace else you'd rather go, we can just take care of you. But until
She kind of gives a shrug and says, "It's better than what we've been doing, which is living under the floorboards while you guys do what."
Here, you know what? I hand each of them 500 credits. Here's a cash advance. And we'll figure out where you can safely go. I don't know, how long have you been in captivity?
So she kind of like looks at the ceiling a little bit and stares out and says, "I don't have a very good measure of time."
Do you know if it's like years, months, weeks?
Definitely months.
All right. I guess we'll just go to Mustafar. You guys can decompress, take the rooms on the ship. We'll figure something else to do for us. That was a pretty big ventilation system. We should take advantage of that.
Iceman's all for searching the ship at this point.
That's fair.
Before we go gallivanting off on another adventure.
Well, I mean, do you guys know of anyone else that's hiding on the ship?
The other one died.
Well, we should bury the body. Let's get the body so we can bury it.
Let's just jettison this shit. And
I thought he was going somewhere else with that.
no. So where's the body?
She leads you to a small part of the same undervent, and there's a dead Rhodian on the floor.
Rodeo?
Rhodian.
Take a strain, Katia.
I just heard you! Fine.
As we were leaving the supply closet or whatever the fuck it was, like the cargo hold, I just press a button and jettison the box.
You just kind of
What the
jettison the
hell?
box
No!
straight out.
No, we're gonna bury that box too. That's someone else's remains.
Well, it's gone now, so
Spacious burial. It's very,
Ugh.
it's all
yeah,
in
this
the
is
other
very
one.
common.
Okay, so the Stowaways seem a little more. I don't know if at home is the word, but they don't seem to be as freaked out, and they're just kind of sitting around.
What do we do with the Rhodian?
Well, you just shot those other remains out the ship. You can probably.
Okay, do you want to try to fly into a spaceport with a box of organs in it?
I mean, haven't you guys just been doing that for however long you've had the ship?
Yeah, but we didn't know at
What,
the time.
spacing remains? Oh, you mean, yeah, well, yeah, we didn't know it. But now we do know it, so, wrap him in some nice... Well, we don't have anything to wrap him in. Iceman looks angry at the robot.
Tesla pretends not to notice.
It wasn't me.
We gotta do something about that body.
Well, I'll take a sketch pad out and kind of like sketch his head, so we'll get like a good likeness of him, or maybe take a picture of him or something if I have that ability to. So
I just pull out my data pad, snap a picture. Will Pat is like furiously scribbling to make this artistic rendition. Give him the side eye. Like, what is wrong?
It's old school, baby. So we'll
I want to draw you like one of my French girls.
one of my Moncal girls.
Have we left the planet?
We're in
You
orbit.
guys are just in orbit right now.
So the reason I want to take like likeness of him is just in case we ever want to actually try to identify this person, because we obviously cannot keep the body.
So are we all
what do
in
you guys wanna
agreement
do?
that we just drop
Traditional
drop
Space
note of
Navy
the...
funeral.
Yeah.
Say some kind words, and well, let's ask let's ask their assumedly friend, or at least
Well, you know,
compatriot.
ashes to ashes, dust to dust, out the airlock, go he must.
Oh my god.
If it wasn't good, you'd take a strain. If it ooh,
Iceman's cool with it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm all for helping him while they're still alive, but all this can do for us is cause problems if he's dead.
Iceman agrees.
Bubbles, any objection here?
I think Bubbles.
is.
Oh, he's here. Hey, Bubbles.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry. Bubbles is still snoring away in the other room. Hasn't been
He
woken up.
just
by
didn't
any
sleep the whole time.
Where the fuck is Bubbles?
Oh man, beating people to death with an
Best-
Imperial Bible sure is
Best rest
taxing.
he's had in years after that book bashing.
Iceman goes in and pulls the covers up over him.
For a Trandoshan, his snores are quite high pitched.
I take his rifle from his bedside, put it in the bed, wrap his arm around it.
Inertial, do you cuddle up to the gun?
Yes. There's only one answer to that.
Yeah, that wasn't much of a question.
Oh,
All right,
my
let's
God.
get, let's respectfully get rid of this body.
All right.
Iceman motions towards the airlock.
I'll pick up the arms.
Iceman grabs the legs.
Just gotta move
You
him
hear
over.
a loud crunch.
What?
Kind of crunch. Where'd the crunch come from?
Oh no.
God. Did you just do that so you could play the sound effect, Kalo?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You take the body towards the airlock, and the body's kind of falling apart along the way.
Iceman kind of quickens his pace.
How did we not smell this earlier? It was in the ventilation system.
Air purifiers. Must be top notch.
I press the button for them as they're getting closer to the door.
So the airlock opens up and reveals the last little bit of security that keeps air inside the airlock outside airlock door. No.
Okay, we'll drop him in and back out into the ship.
So, take it you're gonna try and vent him now.
Yeah.
So as you do so, there's a million hails start heading towards your ship.
On screen.
He runs over, just yelling on screen.
On screen! On screen!
So
Who are you talking to?
There's a human male on the other end, and he goes, "Did you guys just deposit a corpse in our space? That's a fine."
Just a fine? First
Iceman
off,
quickly punches in the coordinates to Mustafar and lights
Okay,
up the
make a hard
hyperdrive.
astrogation check.
Okay, I'll do that. You just yell at me to punch it in.
Yeah. Fishman, we got trouble!
2 success, 3 threat. Threats generally around the slowness of going there, yeah.
Mhm.
but you can
It'll
always
probably
choose
take you
whatever
guys
want.
about a week, and Sliver, take 1 strain.
Got it.
You guys can recover all your strain. It doesn't really matter that you got it because 7 fucking days.
remember baseline of 1 because obligation. Except for Bubbles, is that 2?
Bubbles just thinking about beating an officer to death in his dreams and he's strained.
Pew 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 pew.
During the
Okay,
journey,
so-
Iceman makes the effort to periodically check in on the, I'd say new guests, but, same as the old.
They've been here
So,
longer than we have.
as you each day that you guys are in hyperspace, it seems like kind of a slow ride. But the force users of the group, Frog Buddy, Corey, and Scarecrow, your dreams get increasingly worse and more vivid. Becomes more akin to lucid dreaming.
Oh, great.
Every night I put on my necklace before going to bed.
Iceman starts sleeping with his sunglasses on.
I
Gotta maintain its cool.
I sleep talk and move around quite a bit in my sleep now.
The final day, when you know that the ship is about to pull into Mustafar's orbit, the dreams literally end with your death.
Huh.
So you guys finally managed to warp in, and there is a big, good old red dot representing Mustafar in all of its high ground glory. There is not a lot of hails, but there's a ton of distress signals everywhere around the planet, and all the space stations currently in orbit around it.
Distress signals? What kind of distress signals?
Every single station in orbit around the planet is broadcasting an emergency signal.
What kind of
Dude,
emergency
can-
signal?
Are we able to visibly see these stations? Like, are they smoking or not smoking?
smoking!
But,
Is there any emergency broadcast playing?
Yeah, what's
There is
the...
an emergency broadcast playing, and it kind of just you can play it at any time. Scarecrow.
Yeah, on screen.
On speaker.
So, the message actually seems to hijack into your ship a little bit and play over the entire intercom of the ship. There is a what looks to be a typical Mustafarian in their giant suit, and he's saying, "We are under attack. Please send help. We're not sure where it came from. We're setting this to repeat." And there is, and he kind of stammers for a bit, and you hear a bunch of gunfire in the background, and there's a ton of red lights behind him as well. And he says, "There is Men 6 is the only place that we have that is still in," and then he just gets shot.
Men
Was
6?
broadcasting from Men 6 or whatever he was talking about.
Min 6.
yeah, do we? Is it a role to figure out how do we know of men?
So it would be outer rim roll if you want to
Outer
try and
rim
figure
roll?
that. Slevered,
What?
take a strain.
He literally just repeated what you said.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were trying to get me.
No.
Chill. It'd be outer rim, yeah.
Kayla, take a strain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kalo murder an NPC.
You said hard?
Yeah,
Hard? Okay.
it's outer rim.
2 success, 3 threat.
Jesus. Okay. So
What
those
in-
need to succeed.
How the... What a roll. What a roll.
I rolled really well.
3 success, 2 advantage.
Those of you that succeeded, you know that Men 6 is one of the mining colonies on the planet, and it's just a typical mining colony. It's one of their it's one of the only places that actually imports and exports outside of the planet.
I will relay that information back. Hey, I know of that place. My logs are showing that it's a mining exporting colony.
How do you know of that place when you don't even remember us from yesterday?
I was looking at some maps earlier.
Apparently, we're not worth remembering.
Ooh.
I turned towards her. You're not.
Man. I feel like someone
Got him.
should just take some strain just from the hurt that
I break out
Wow.
the
mental,
burn salve.
the mental strain from that one.
I turned to Zella. Should we ready the airlock?
So Scarecrow, you notice that there are some incoming ship signatures getting closer to the ship.
Can I... What size... I'm trying to figure out what size they are, classification.
There's about 18 of them, and they're very small.
Very small? Okay. I alert the gang that we got company incoming. I'm going to try and hail them with a nice little broadcast. It's like, hey, we're just here to pick up, our weekly run. What's the situation here? We see a lot of emergency signals.
They don't seem to actually receive the hail at all.
Guys, we got unpleasant company coming.
Okay,
A
I'm
couple
gonna.
of them divert from the main group and seem to head back to the planet, but you still have about 12 of them heading towards you.
I'm gonna make sure that the freed slaves know what's going on and just kind of, warn them to be ready to go to hide should the ship be.
Okay. They seem pretty relieved that someone's actually noticing them. Notice me, senpai. Okay, so everyone should probably roll vigilance. As they get closer, Scarecrow, you recognize them as vulture droids, and they are moving to engage the ship.
I put on my robe and flight suit.
You said vigilance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who got 1 success?
That was me.
I have 0
got
success
2.
to advantage.
I got 0 success. Update. I got 2 success, 5 advantage.
4 success, 2 advantage.
0 success, 3 advantage.
This is horrible.
And 1 success, 1 advantage.
So I have 4, 2, 1, 1, 0. What am I missing here?
I think
let
another
me
0.
look. You said 4, 2, 1, 1, 0.
Yeah, you're
And
missing
two
another
zeros.
0.
You guys suck. What? Okay, and then they're gonna roll. So, Scarecrow, if you would like, you can make a free perception check as they are approaching the ship.
I don't see why not.
Okay, sure. It's going to be average.
I have the flight suit over my head, so I can't really see or hear anything right now. I'm trying to put.
So, what do you do with that 3 advantage, buddy?
I get the flight suit on successfully afterwards,
Okay.
and I. and
So,
I.
Out of curiosity, are you in the cool runnings or what?
I'm not yet. I'm gonna tell everyone that I'm gonna get in it. And be ready to detach if we need to, and tell everybody to get ready for but not like an actual party. I say it in a way that they realize that he doesn't mean like an actual party. He means like a party.
Like a party, not an actual party, but a
Yeah.
party.
So, just a reminder: since we were in transit for a week, that's 7 wounds that's gone from your characters.
Oh, excellent. And then strains reset to base.
Strain is reset to 0, or 1 since we rolled
Yeah, 1.
obligation.
Okay, so as it stands, it is currently 1 party, 2 enemy, and then the rest is party.
Okay.
How many enemy ships are there right now?
There
we say?
are 2
12?
squads of 6.
2 squads of 6. Okay.
Okay, and let me position the ship like that, and we'll position the customer next to it.
Who's flying the cool runnings, and who's gunning?
You guys can flip a destiny point to try and decide that, you chung.
Why would we need a destiny point to decide that?
You're in combat. Who wants
Not-
to fly
not-
what? Hurry up.
But we just moved to places.
Yeah. Just move
Come on,
places.
come on.
Yep. So
Tesla will fly. This is a mistake. Someone else should fly it. Just so we're clear.
So 1 party member can go right now.
I kind of feel like it should be Scarecrow since he's the one that's been.
So,
No, I feel like no. We want me to go later so I can detach and surprise him.
okay.
Okay.
we have 2 gun bays, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what's going to go to the bottom gun bay.
I guess I'll go to the other gun bay.
You'll want to do that in turn order. What do you guys want to do here?
No. You can interrupt Tesla. I'm moving towards the turn bay or the gun bay. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so who is going first? Remember, guys, it's 1 party, 1 enemy, then 4 more party, 5 more party.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is
That's what Pitt
want me
did
to take a
last
lead?
episode.
I'll move into the cockpit, and I will take a leadership action.
Okay.
So what this is it's called Field Commander. It's an average leadership check, and any number of allies equal to double my presence can take a free maneuver on my turn for one straight.
Wow.
So I have 3
Yeah.
presence, so that is everybody. Everybody can take a free maneuver
On your turn?
on my turn.
Okay.
That's really good.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, that's real strong.
If I triumph, you can take an action, but
What?
you can only take 1 maneuver or 1 action.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. I think that is a free maneuver and a free action as well.
Turning
Yeah.
everyone
You may
to
have
a
to look
blue
at the
player
rules
from
for that
Magic?
specifically.
Okay.
It's
Ooh,
the
okay,
sulky,
3
sweet
success.
tones of his voice.
So,
that was compelling us
Everybody
back.
gets to take a free maneuver if you want to. You have to suffer a strain if you do that.
Okay, where you got? This is a great time for you guys to decide who's doing what.
I've already stated what I'm doing.
Bubbles
Test
is
was
doing
I'll
the
say
best.
the best gunners need to get into the gunner seat.
What's
I'm
that, Bubbles? What'd you
Yeah,
say?
Bubbles is barging forward out of the back and just shoving his way past Tesla. Hey, when it's time for punching people, then it's your turn, okay? And he's gonna go to first gunner.
Whoa!
Quit that sass in the back.
Okay, so it's Tesla in the top gun, Zilla in the bottom.
No.
I thought.
No. It's Bubbles in the bottom gun because he pushed past Tesla.
Yeah. It's Bubbles
Yeah,
in the
sorry. Zilla in the
bottom,
top.
Zilla in the top. Tesla looking mad.
Looking mad. There you go. That's
I
great.
mean, is there anyone with better guttery though? I have like base guttery skills,
Yeah.
but neither Tom Null or
Stubborn, are you
Oh
better at gunning?
no. I'm probably the second best at gunning out of this group, but no one's going to the cockpit. So
I have point and
Wait,
gunnery,
you-
but I got other
okay.
things.
I mean, excluding you, the coolest customer, of course.
Or I guess I am going to the gunnery.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
gunnery.
okay.
We'll go to the cockpit then and stand slightly awkwardly close to the pilot.
You can
Helping?
be the co-pilot. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's decided where they want to be. Corey is being useless. Let's move on.
Corey can help out as well from the let's see, maybe in the cockpit or maybe helping out with like ship repairs.
Okay, 1 second. I say that, Corey, but you know I love you. Okay. So that means that there's 2 enemies they get to go, and they're gonna move a little bit closer and spend a maneuver, and they're going to try and shoot. And the ship has 1 shield, so that is a setback, correct?
1 setback, yeah.
Okay, making sure.
So, what does am I looking at the combat cheat sheet for things that pilot can do?
Yes. So since you're a co-pilot, there's co-pilot actions that you can take, which is an average piloting check, and you basically downgrade difficulty for me if I ever want to do things.
Got it.
Okay, so that is a total of 9 damage to the hull of the ship. The soak of the ship is.
Does somebody else have it on their sheet? If not, I'll pull it.
I don't. I just have
Scarecrow.
mine. I have mine. The cool customer.
Okay, I'm looking for the
Team
ship
doesn't know
again.
what their ship does.
Yeah, I'm looking for the ship
Skywatcher.
again.
I don't consider it my ship.
Skywatcher, it's hull or armor 4, so that's 5 hull trauma.
Okay, that's 5 hull trauma the ship suffers. Okay, and then the he doesn't have any advantage, so we're gonna pass, and we'll do the same roll because he's gonna, try and shoot you guys. He's gonna spend a maneuver.
Should we get Slevered and Scarecrow an extra tracker for like the whole strain and hull trauma?
So the ship takes 2 damage. Yeah, probably.
I track it in the app.
Okay.
So the
But
ship is
if you want the stream to see it, yeah, we probably need to have something separate.
So he's gonna pass a boost along to his ally, and he's gonna do the same again, and then it is now parties. Time to go.
Sorry, how much damage did I take from that?
7. The ship took 7 in total. I accounted for the trauma, so your whole trauma should be down by 7.
Okay, 7 total
Yes.
Through both hits.
through both.
Mhm.
hits.
Okay, so that's all party members next. So only one of you is gone, so 5 people get to go next.
Okay, so Iceman, you ran into the ship. You
Yeah,
ran
I'm
into
in the cockpit right now.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for my moment. Sunglasses are on.
Is flight suit on?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's
You are
why
right.
I didn't perceive anything with my perception check earlier because I was struggling to get it. It's new. It's kind of stiff still.
So
That's
mechanically, this is meaningless. But narratively, what I'm going to do is kind of we'll like scoot past each other, and then I'll kind of like drift to the side. And while I'm drifting to the side, Iceman.
Okay. I'm gonna peel off and get in behind. Actually, let's see. What do I
So
want to do here?
it's a maneuver to get inside of the ship, and we'll say that just because like the ship would be active.
Well, I was already in
He
the
took
ship
he took
when
the free maneuver that I
No,
gave.
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
serious
I was
apology. So currently, you are now engaged with that squad of vultures.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see what I want to do. I want to. I guess I just want to take a shot, right? Might as
Yeah.
well. Do I want to do a maneuver?
You can do a maneuver like stay on target.
Yeah, I'll do a stay on target,
Okay.
and then I'll start blasting.
So, anyways, it started blasting.
Actually, first, sorry. Let me. Before I actually did this, I'm gonna commit my 2 force die to my agility skill, raising it by 2 points. My agility characteristic, raising
Okay.
it by 2 points.
Sure.
Holy cow!
So I have agility 5 now.
Your boy.
I took a moment, put on the sunglasses. Just nice little Zen Iceman.
See, I don't see you like Iceman. I see you like Albert Wesker at this point.
Okay,
Alright,
so
and
we're
then-
on this. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and so now I stay on target and start blasting at these.
I'm pretty sure that's an easy check.
Easy.
Yeah, you're right on them. You are within the damage range.
Okay.
You did stay on target, right? That should upgrade
yeah.
your check as well.
Thank you, Sliver.
And it also, by the way, it also upgrades checks against that
So
ship.
That is really important. I'm really glad you said that. Give me one of these dice real quick, and I will remember.
so upgrade it by what? Give me a boost. or
One.
does-
Upgrade, so it changes
That's
a green to a yellow. Or
Oh,
if you're
okay.
full up on yellows, it adds a
Yeah,
green.
yeah. So this is a gunnery check.
It is a gunnery check. So it's agility.
So you need to upgrade it. Remember?
Yeah,
I did.
Did you do
I
that
did.
wrong? Okay, cool. Do you want to aim?
Yeah, I want to
You
aim.
still have one maneuver left because you just.
Do I want to aim or do I want to save and do something with that?
You could. You could do an evasive
I'm
maneuver
do evasive
after if you
maneuver.
want.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire and then do evasive maneuvers.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Then what's the base damage on your ship's guns?
It is 5 damage, but there's twin cannons, so they're linked. So I guess 10 damage.
Is that how that works? Hold on.
Gotta be, right?
So
Or is
sorry, say that again.
Or is it
You have-
so it's 5 damage, but they're Link's twin cannons. Is that 5 damage each or 5 total damage?
You have to spend
That's
2
2
advantage
times
to
5
activate.
damage. So that's the soak. Kalo, you would take the soak into account each hit.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
But
If-
is
Yeah.
Blood Bubble said correct? He has to spend the advantage
Yeah,
to
I
fire.
was just looking up the rules for that.
Yes,
and you have
that
to
is
spend
also
2
correct.
advantage
2 advantage to use the linked.
I mean, what
Okay.
else might do with the advantage, right?
So that is
Crit,
a
maybe,
separate check, correct?
but I don't think.
Did,
No. It's the same. So
Okay,
think
so
of it
yeah,
like
it is.
yeah, auto
So
fire.
he rolls
right?
1 attack, but DR applies twice.
It's kind of like auto fire.
So that's 6 damage twice, correct? Because it's 5 damage.
5.
base.
Yeah, 5 damage base.
Okay, 1 sec. Ooh, man, that sucks to suck. So 2 of the vulture droids just get disintegrated from Iceman's cool operation.
Ooh.
There were 18 total, right?
Now there's 12
Two-
because 6 of them
there's
peeled
12,
off.
6 of them peeled off.
But now there's 10.
Okay, so that was a good. You want to make that last maneuver for space?
Yeah.
Take that 2 strain.
Evasive maneuvers, please.
Okay, and then I think we move down to do initiative once you make that check.
Wait, it's a
Okay,
check?
that's just a
That's
on
just
me. My bad,
that's
my-
just a
yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that just gets done. So now we can go to the other 4 party members in initiative, and I think the gunners might want to do something.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify. Does our ship have the same base weapons as the Skywatcher class?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so we actually do have linked as well.
Yes, and remember, you have a targeting computer in this current ship.
Okay, what does the targeting computer do?
It upgrades your check.
Oh boy.
Gives it what, like advantage?
It upgrades a green from a yellow and a
Oh,
yellow
okay.
to and you add a green.
So true aim, I'm getting a boost, and with
Bubble's about to
targeting
clap these
computer,
dudes out of existence.
That's 5 proficiency. Is it 2 difficulty? I wasn't actually.
We are. I'm guess. Are we the same distance away as?
You want to add a setback to that, by the way. They do have shields.
So how far are we away? Are we close, or are we still close? I imagine.
Yeah, I would say you're close and not engaged like he is.
Okay.
Wait, Inertial,
Close.
you forgot your 17 ability dice.
Hey! I'm getting there.
He's getting there. Hold on, wait a minute.
I just
no,
like
I
to
am
say-
just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. I think that's good.
The vulture droids or vulture ships look cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that just from Thrawn's Revenge there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those we cannot release on the workshop.
All right.
Oh my god.
That's
Local
only
man.
10 damage.
Only 10 damage. Okay, alright. He's just gonna undersell himself.
Wait,
like
no.
that. Which one were you
12
aiming?
damage.
12 damage.
Um,
Okay.
The one that was already being shot at.
Okay, so they're Dunyan rings.
So guys, just
There is
Remind me
one
to-
left, but I can tell you like that man is. There's one left in this small cloud right here, so that means that there is a total of 7 left.
remind me to do a simpler character next time. I can't keep track of what I can do.
His power has ascended.
Be punchy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zilla, what do you want to do?
Shoot shit.
Okay, remember
That's the
ship
correct
has
choice.
a targeting computer. That means it upgrades your check by 1. So if you had 3 green, you would instead do a proficiency in 2 green, and you can also aim.
I will aim for that boost.
Do it twice if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. And what's difficulties? Just regular?
It's average, yeah.
Well, I am now much better at gunning.
Ooh.
Alright, I hit something.
Take a strain. So that is 8 minus. So which one were you aiming at?
Finishing off the group, or are you
I'm
trying to hit the
going
other?
to try to ride on Bubbles' coattails here.
Finish off the group.
Okay. So she fires and shoots the this group, and they just kind of fall out of their nothingness. And then we have 3 more party members that can act.
So how does the co-piloting work? Is it like the next time you would do a piloting check, or like, is it like
So,
a ready?
Angle the deflectors.
So there's 2 options you can take here, right? Option 1, you can do a co-piloting check. It's just an average piloting check. That would help me fly a little bit better. Alternatively, you can do something like jamming, or you can do something like fire discipline, which can also let people know in the ship like where to fire, and it'll help give them boosts.
Okay,
So discipline, the fire discipline is a discipline check that's hard,
what I'll
right?
do.
That uses willpower.
Yeah, I think that's my best. Let me double check. Yeah, that's my best roll. So I will do that.
What you got
So,
for us? Come on.
Of these 2 vulture boys, which one.
Well, there's only one left. There's
That's
there's
right.
one
Bubbles
left.
just annihilate. Hey, these are clusters, right? How many enemies are in each cluster?
6.
Or does any particular enemy look like more messed up than the other?
They're all unscathed.
They're all unscathed. However, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
That's actually something called scan the enemy, Kalo. If you want.
I think he's not like scanning wise. Like I won't know for sure. This is more just like if I look at people.
The thing is, Scarecrow made the check. Delivered.
Okay.
2.
How did you get a
Is that your
vulture fight as
perception?
part of your dice pool?
Fine
That's
addition
good.
to my collection.
Oh.
So I'm just looking for one that's like looks a little out of
That
position.
is not a perception check. You have a green perception. Nice try.
Yeah.
I don't have. No, I was looking at medicine. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Nice try, nerd. Get out of here.
Just throws a med pack at the screen.
What do I see?
There we go.
Alright, continue and make whatever check you're gonna make. Take a strain.
Like a voodoo
Your-
shaman
your
just rolling his
eyes-
gauze onto the table, see which way they
I was trying to identify one that seemed kind of out of position or something like
No.
that. That was the. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick one at random. I'll go with the one furthest to my right. I'm gonna say on 3, fire at that guy, and then I'm gonna roll the discipline firing.
Pull you a metronome. Let's go.
So that's a hard discipline check. No boost, no setback.
Nope.
Ooh.
Alright. How do you want to rule the
So,
threat?
based off those rules that you have right there, it's the next crew member firing a weapon aboard the ship can add boost to the check. Each additional success grants an additional crew member. The crew member can spend advantage to allow every hit from ship-or weapons to inflict 1 system strain. So it's basically each additional success. When it says SS there, I'm pretty sure it means 2 success.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You can
When they
tell
fire,
both.
I can
You
tell
can tell
both of them,
both. Yes.
though. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll tell both of them on 3 to focus that one droid.
Okay. So, all right, Tom. What do you got for us?
All right, this is key. This is choice maneuvers that are about to happen here. So I head down to the hold where the stowaways are currently
Oh my
huddled up.
God.
I pull out a sabak deck, and I just, to keep them calm, I'm going to play sabak with them for the rest of the encounter. And that ends my
Nice.
turn.
They seem pretty grateful.
Just fire happening overhead. Okay.
Happens all the time.
Iceman over the comms. I got 2.
I think that's everybody. Yeah. Sleverd? No, wait, you already fucking went.
Well, it's anybody can go. So
Yeah. So we're back at the top. It's party initiative. Bubbles, do you want to clap?
Let's let Iceman. Let's let Iceman
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
you see the H laugh just like spiral around as it's evading. No shots towards it. There he is. There he is. Look at that cool customer go.
Okay. All right. Chill. All right.
So what are you doing?
Scarecrow, what are you doing?
Let's see. I'm gonna do a Carillion send up, which is an action that causes 2 of the ships at close range to suffer a collision. If I get the
Nice.
do a little showboat.
Style points.
That's his cool
What does
roll.
that mean? Suffer
Collision. It's
Is
a collision type of thing. So you remember when I ran into you? Do you want me to pull out the collision rules?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just so tilted that you actually ran me over thinking it was a good idea.
It was if I got
it was
the
not
success.
a good idea.
If it worked,
If it
Didn't
worked,
you
it would
knock
have
me
been
unconscious
glorious.
from that,
You
too?
completely did.
Just like some bone crunching. Oh, Thor, are you all right?
All right, I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Hey, worked.
Hey, wow, just barely. Good job, buddy.
Hey, that's all it takes.
I know each person who takes who's in a collision takes a crit, and if they're minions, they die instantly. So
So Iceman fucking pulls up behind him, starts, shooting some shots across their barrel, and is maneuvering to point. These droids are freaking the fuck out. They don't know what to do. They lose communication, and 2 of them are fucking colliding. What?
So they're minions and they just died. The 2 of them
They
are dead. Like
would just die. Yeah.
so you guys see the cool customer kind of like pull up next to them like it's an Acme cartoon and just kind of give them a thumbs up through the cockpit, and the droids are very upset about this as he then like slumps up from behind and they try and turn around prematurely and just kind of go right into each other and they explode.
And then I'm gonna evasive maneuver my way out of there.
Tomno lays another
Okay.
card down on the table.
Is that an action for your turn? Is we get Donald next?
So the droids seem to change their priorities a bit. They spend 2 maneuvers to run away.
Oh, they ain't getting away.
And then yeah, so
Does that
they
mean they're
just
out of
currently-
range?
No, they just moved 2 maneuvers. Well, it depends on the range of the ship. Ship
Yeah.
cannons.
Are we in a
well,
chase
they went-
situation?
They are at long.
So the way that ship combat works, Kalo, if I recall, close is like in the 5 kilometer range, and that's really all we can shoot. So
Yeah.
so we have to be on
You
top
would
of
need
them to
move
be able
up
to shoot.
close to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's their speed?
The speed of them. 1 second. I can find that real quick.
And were they flying at the same speed as the cool runnings, or were they flying faster?
They are flying at speed 5.
Okay, so if they're flying at max speed, they were always flying at max speed. Then when they shot past us, they really shot past us. Like, we won't be able to catch up.
Okay. So, so you guys see the cool customer kind of like pull up next to them, like it's an Acme cartoon, and just kind of give them a thumbs up through the cockpit, and they try and turn around prematurely and just kind of go right into each other, and they explode.
We won't be able to catch up.
Yeah, okay. Combat would be over then. Yep.
The cool
won't
customer,
try to
however,
chase.
can.
Oh!
Ahem.
You guys just want to pass turn and let the cool customer chase him down?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, Slever can give him an extra maneuver, right?
I can only give. I technically no. He's
no.
not in like immediate vicinity of me.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right,
But yeah,
Scarecrow.
All right, so I'm gonna go catch up to them with the cool
What do you
fucking
got?
customer.
He's in them. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna maneuver up behind him. And then I think I'll just shoot him this time.
Okay, sure.
Oh, where's my dice? There they are. What kind of check is this?
I mean, are you shooting them?
Yes, with my laser.
You're at
cannons.
currently. I mean, you're super close. Easy. Oh. What do you, I mean, I can tell you that he's gone, like, because the Triumph at this point could just like slap them. They're just a minion squad.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll say, I fire. The Triumph is each of my shots hits them each in a fucking like critical point. They all blow up, and I just shoot through the explosion and do a nice little loop-de-loop back around towards the cool runnings.
Okay.
You just see
Don't look
fireworks
like a big
happening over there.
Yeah.
And
All right, everybody roll cool. Because someone really cool made some cool stuff happen. Combat's over. Cool or vigilance, whatever. Okay, so combat is over, and you guys have noticed that the other squad is nowhere near the.
And it's successes reduced.
successes only.
Yeah.
Unless
Advantages do nothing.
Caleb was saying like 2 advantages is it?
2 advantage one.
Success reduces strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have the cool runnings dock back up with the cool customer.
Okay, so you dock back up, and you, I assume, get out of the ship.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do now? Currently, there are still a
Other
similar
than
amount of.
other than thank the Iceman.
As Iceman comes back onto the ship, I stop him. Iceman, you just did an incredibly brave thing. What you should have done was land your fighter, though. You don't own that fighter. The taxpayers do. Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash. You've been busted. You lost your qualifications
Oh my
as second leader 3
God.
times. Put in tax points by me with a history of high-speed passes over 5 air control towers and 1 admiral's daughter.
You have been waiting this whole time for this. The whole campaign.
Take a strain.
Odysseus walks up to Tomno and then does that teeth biting thing, and then
Tespa is going to slap Iceman on the back and say, "Good shot."
just doing my job, he says while wearing his sunglasses.
Tespa's like, "I like the explosion."
They always do. So, now that I'm back in the command bridge, let's, we get any new signals coming out of these space stations?
No. The only thing is that you were told that Mensix was the only safe place on the.
Let's see
By
if
a
we
guy
can
who
radio.
subsequently got shot, so...
Yeah, let's see if we can radio that place first.
Yeah. I'll take a step back and try to repair the vehicle. And somebody else can take the reins on the pilot seat. I will gladly gift the pilot seat back to Iceman.
So
Yeah.
you communicate back to the facility, and you wait quite a while for them to respond. And right as you're about to just take the stick back from the ship and do something else, a hologram opens up, and you see V on the other line.
How are you here?
I mean, why would I tell you how I get to places? That means you might want what I have. You guys can dock here.
That was a pretty
We
good
already
impression.
want what you have.
They
We don't have to
something we want.
holding out on this. All right. Should
So
we-
V gives you a bit of landing instructions to take, and he says, "Oh, be careful on the way. And there's it's a kind of a hot planet, lots of guys, and so
Lots of guys.
guys,
Geysers.
Okay.
sorry,
Oh,
it cut off. Lots
okay.
of guys. Yeah, you
It's a
got
hot
it.
planet, lots of
Uh,
guys.
As we're
So
flying
that's going
over,
to be a
Iceman
hard
goes.
piloting check with 3 setbacks.
Oh, so you mean with less than 3?
Can you remove 3?
I don't think I can remove 3.
No.
Just 1.
I would be really impressed, honestly. Like,
So you said 3 or hard,
hard with 3 setbacks.
so with 2 setback.
Okay, good.
You have that sense danger to remove 2 setback from any check if you want to.
I feel like I don't
Yeah,
need to.
you're good.
So you're
fine.
flying down to the planet, and it's gonna take a little bit longer than normal. Like you were so cool just a minute ago that you have to reflect back on your cool, and you can recover some strength.
Done.
All
It's
right,
taking
so
this
we can go
landing nice and
to
slow.
break really quick, Corey.
All right, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
All right.
I can upgrade Pit Little as well.
I mean, he's technically armed, so...
Armed and ready to harm.
Alright. Welcome back, everyone. We're on Mustafar.
Well, we're not on Mustafar. We're in.
We're approaching Mustafar, but there's
We're in
a
the
giant
atmosphere.
Mustafar prop here.
Okay, so Iceman, as you finally come down to the surface, you from overhead, you notice there's a massive crashed ship as specified by V and Uri Fen. There's also 2 facilities you could land at. The only one that was designated was Men 6, which is currently over here. You can, however, based on the information that you had, you're a little doubtful. Maybe you should land somewhere else.
How's the party feeling about this? Anybody got any weird feelings?
Well, I haven't slept very well the last few days, and I think I saw us all dying or something, so... That's not good?
So Zilla and Scarecrow, you know that like instantly clues you into he also had the same dream that you.
Do I get any gut feelings about heading towards the designated?
You have a general like feeling of uneasiness, but nothing about the particular zone.
Iceman's willing to just sit down where we've been guided for now. What about the rest of y'all?
Tesla's fine with that. Tesla's gathering all of her like gear and weapons and getting ready for.
It's fine with me.
Alright, I'll set her down at the designated.
As you touch down, you notice that V is literally just waiting for you on the path.
Who is this V person anyway? You guys seem to have some history.
He gave us a
but he does
job.
seem like just a really cool droid.
He just keeps bubbling up in these situations.
Take a straight. Ooh.
I just want to point out the chat has suggested that Iceman is so cool he could turn Mustafar into an ice planet, and I want to point out that that's not.
That's not wrong.
May need
Yes.
another force point for that, but
So V gave us a job, he works for Tiber, and we've done a job for them before. He's also shot Iceman, I believe, with a disruptor rifle, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, why did they do that?
So, Frog, you have no idea who this type of person is.
Well, I know
You could try and roll to do.
we're working for the Tiber person, right? So
Yeah, as far as you know, yeah.
okay. I mean that so he works for the person that we're currently working for as well. So we'll probably be okay interacting with him for now.
He's not likely to shoot us at the moment, I don't think.
Okay. Good to know. I'll be alert.
I guess we're having this conversation in front of him.
So you guys actually haven't.
No, we haven't left
I
the
think
ship
you were just
yet.
having it on the-
Oh.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I'm gonna change from the. Wait, is the weather adverse gear good for here too? Like, is it
Yes.
no, that adverse
Okay,
environmental
every time.
gear
Dude,
is
wear it.
specifically for cold weather.
Would I lead you astray, Frog? Just put the clothes on.
I don't think you would, because there's no reason for you to.
I look back at you and say, "You're gonna burn alive with that clothes."
Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
I'll change from the adverse environmental gear. I mean, the name makes it sound pretty multi-use.
this isn't adverse. It's hot. See the
Doesn't
difference
adverse
there?
just mean like bad?
No. Hot, not bad. Hot.
So, Zilla, you can argue semantics with the suit for as long as you want. It will not change what it is capable of.
But no, you're correct. But in the game system, like adverse gear, when you buy it, it's for specific temperature, I believe. So we have the adverse gear, but we have adverse gear specifically for cold.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna change to my regular armor then.
You guys notice that V is tapping his foot quite impatiently outside.
I walk out to V and it's like,
Oh, wait. Scarecrow, sorry. Iceman,
The truth
vents
finally
some of the
comes out.
excess, he vents some of the excess hydraulic pressures and gases and whatnot in V's general direction.
So Slevered, despite the rude display, V reaches out and shakes your hand.
I look over to the hammerhead that's next to us, and I look at him quizzically.
What would you like to know? He clearly understanding what you're looking.
Yeah. Is that the spot?
That's the spot, but there may be a change of plans. But first, he says, what was your payment to those that weren't asking for these? And he holds out 2 lightsaber hilts.
Mine.
I'll take one of those.
He hands it to you and says, they might need some assembly.
I can help with that.
Please help me.
I believe jump boots were part of the conversation.
He says, oh, these. And he takes out some old decrepit jump boots and hands
Oh, come
them.
on, don't do me like that. I'm I polish them off, wipe the dust off, clean them up real nice, and stick those bad boys on.
So, okay, let me see. Tesfa, what was your reward that you asked for him? Because I did not write it down because I suck. Don't just leave me.
I don't believe Tesla asked for anything. Money?
Yeah, I think it was just the lightsabers, the jump boots, and then just money.
So he then holds out some credit chips for everyone, and everyone should add 2,500 to their inventory.
Ah,
He says, so this is cash up front because there's been a slight change of plans.
That sounds not great.
So are we
2,500?
not blowing it up now?
He says, no, you're definitely, well, he takes out a data pad and he seems kind of confused because despite, the fact that he's a droid and doesn't have facial expressions, he looks very, flustered with his body language, and he finally says, no, we're not blowing it up. We're going to clear what's here. And he then shows you the data pad, revealing that a number of battle droids have been killing the inhabitants of the planet.
Oh, we were greeted by them.
Me too! And he says in this really excited voice, they're dead now, though.
And Ursula, can you say that?
My God, name.
Sorry, what?
We're asking for the full Vernon experience.
Oh, me too. They're dead now.
It's good. That's good. He says, so there's another facility down the way. It's Outpost 3. And he kind of marks it on your map, and I'll point to it right now as the GM. I need this place cleared. And before you go asking, it's because we had a contingent of Zon Consortium infantry over here, and they're gone now, and we're pretty sure it's not from good means.
Maybe they're just napping.
Is there anyone who might command some sort of respect or obedience from the droids? Beyond, codes, just the visual...
So, okay, I'll tell you right now, you're asking information that he's not likely to share, so that's going to be negotiation.
Iceman would like to know, why there are a bunch of droids here shooting things.
Negotiation... okay.
Yeah, there's a couple ways you could try and get it off of V.
Step 1, get higher than them.
Great. Well, I already said it to
not
him.
a high ground joke.
I already said it to him. So what would the roll be for the negotiation check? If that was
Average.
what that would be. All right. And I have 2 force die as well, so I'm gonna just.
You can also try and position the argument so that he's more likely to accept it. Maybe
I'm not that concerned.
Okay.
I figure we're on the same team here. What is that gonna be without that? Okay, one of them is cocked.
Hold up. Are you using
There
force
we go.
powers on a droid?
That's a good point. It's
Yeah,
one
wait.
success, one threat.
Bubble standing up for his character. So the threat is you take 1 strain. It's pretty hard to talk a droid out of being so sure of itself. It says, well, there is 1 unit that you're trying to kill, I suppose. If you can get it back to us, that's better. But
1 unit, so it's a droid as well.
yes.
All right, never mind.
was like, does it have to come back?
He then holds out a hologram and says, do you recognize this? And he, it's the same hologram Tiber showed you before of the dual-wielding
Of the what?
dual-wielding droid. He talked to you about it before he sent you on the Harrower Star Destroyer.
Seems familiar.
Yeah, if you can bring back this thing's head, or alive if you can convince it not to shoot you.
All right, so you wanted Header alive? You walked right into that. I will not take strain for that.
Someone's
qu-
taking strain for that.
No, if anything, he should reduce strain by 1.
1 strain reduction, Corey, you magnificent bastard.
Nice.
All right, let's all hop back in
He
the
says,
ship and.
No, this is important. This is important. I was told to tell you about this. They've released a ton of dioxide gas on the surface. You'll want to make sure that your softer party members can survive it.
That's fun. Chuckles.
I know, softies, right? He says with a big shrug.
Softies?
That's what shakes her head.
Iceman stares wordlessly behind his sunglasses.
So I've got a breath mask in my.
breast?
That was close. I've got a breath mask in my ship that can be used for that. Not in my ship, in the ship.
You just got here.
Goodness. Yeah, I'm taking command. 2 taking command.
Taking command.
Yeah, so I'll bring that with me. Is there something we could actually like rummage around in Mensix to see if we
Yeah,
can?
you could try and search through the remains of it.
I'm gonna take a search.
Zilla, should we try to get our lightsabers working first?
Is there time for that?
I want to be able to breathe first.
Well, we're not going in yet.
Oh man, I think I had to side with Frog on that one. Wait a minute.
What?
We can go
Siding
in our
with
ship.
Frog on that one.
Let's rummage through this place first. There's got to be
Fine.
some environmental gear around here.
Fine.
That's
Is that
supposed
gonna
to.
Is that gonna be perception?
That would be perception.
Who rolled just now?
Accident was me. Ignore it.
Were we
I
doing a
hit-
perception
I
check?
hit read instead of clear.
You're basically searching through the base to find anything.
What's the difficulty for that?
It'll be hard. It's been severely damaged by a bunch of battle droids shooting everything.
Is it super dark in there, or is it?
It's pretty dark.
One
Pretty dark,
success,
pretty
2
dark.
advantage.
1 success, 0 advantage.
0 success, 1 advantage.
Oh no. Falls off.
So who succeeded?
I did.
Iceman, Tom Noel.
So Iceman, you find around 3 or 4, we'll say 4, suits that would very clearly protect you from this planet's terrible. They're very clearly made for smaller humans and not Mustafarians. And the other success is, Corey, you find a package of stim packs and some repair patches.
Epic. How
There's
many?
about 5 each.
5 each.
5 each.
Epic. Okay.
So we're still one suit down. Assumedly for Bubbles, is this not going to fit Bubbles?
It'll
Or
fit.
will it fit Bubbles?
It'll fit.
Okay, so we...
I made the stormtrooper armor fit, so
Okay, that's
maybe.
true.
So we still need one more suit?
Yeah, unless...
Slevert has one breath mask. Remember,
yeah,
guys.
they had the breath... If the breath mask works, then we're fine.
If it's just gas, yeah, I'll be fine.
Although
The
I...
heat was a factor too.
Yeah, I feel like the fish should probably get a suit since, you know, it's a lava planet.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
As I'm just like pouring a water bottle on top of me to keep.
Just like smoke coming off of him from the heat and cold. Just fuck.
So I just hand off the 5 repair patches to Tesfa directly, so you can just add that to your inventory.
Alright, I'll give a suit to Pad and obviously myself. And I'll give one to Zilla and I'll give one to Bubbles.
Thank you.
Huh.
We still need... Am I missing someone?
If anything, I would give. I look at Iceman quizzically. Give my breath mask over to Bubbles and and tell him to take the suit over to Tom.
Yeah. that
Thank
does
you,
make a little
Pad.
more sense.
I guess that works.
This fucking guy. Does one fucking dogfight thinks he's kicking.
And I'll go over to Bubbles like, don't worry, Bubbles. We'll give you a hazard pay.
Murders one fucking guard in cold blood and thinks he won't. Alright, we want to get back on the ship, get down. V, any last words of wisdom for the gang here? Iceman stares them behind the sunglasses.
So I didn't mention this before. Like I said, your orders have changed. Do not blow up the hammerhead. I want you to secure it once you've fixed Outpost 3.
Alright. Iceman heads back up on the ship.
Oh, and this is important. No
Iceman
looting.
pauses.
No
Points to
looting
the
of
hammerhead.
anything?
He points to the hammerhead.
Okay.
He says, "You can have everything else on this planet, but nothing from the hammerhead."
We were promised that we could keep whatever we found.
You'll have to talk to Tiber about that.
Get Tiber on the phone.
Don't worry about it. We won't take anything.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, sure, I trust you. And Vernon like kind of throws up an arm, like, "Oh yeah, whatever."
I mean, the one thing that I have going for me in this game, Kayla, is that people trust me. Not this party, but other people.
Well, I don't know. I'd like to see a roll against Vernon.
I would really
He's
like
a
to do that.
very discerning robot.
This needs to happen, Kayla.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Bubbles,
What
what's Vernon's stats?
what was Vernon's cunning again?
Let me find a character sheet.
That's like telling Iceman, okay, you can really fly against those people. That's what he's built to do.
All right, deception is 4 proficiency and an ability.
I think we're looking for his discipline, right?
Discipline are cool.
Oh, discipline is pathetic.
Oh.
1 proficiency, 1 ability, and what was the other one you wanted?
It's just discipline.
Okay,
And then that where you can discern if
that
somebody's.
cool's even worse.
Oh, good luck.
He can lie to people,
What
but he
is it?
doesn't know when he's being lied to.
Yeah.
You trying to trick me again? So that'll be a red and a difficulty. So the threat is you notice that V has taken out his disruptor pistol and says, so if I go over there afterwards and see like anything missing, I've been given orders to shoot you. Understood?
You've already shot us once.
Wait, how do you know what's on that?
Vernon goes quiet.
I'll keep him in check, V.
Thank you.
How well do you know each other?
V has saved your life a couple of times.
I've saved his life a couple times. And I nudge him.
You're being a real pit shittle right now, aren't you?
Shh, Pit Little can
The
hear.
strain. You're taking the strain.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
He can't keep getting away with this.
He can't keep getting away with it. All right, so finally, V says there's an automated taxi service that should take you to the to Outpost 3.
This place has public transit?
I don't know about y'all, but I think I'd rather take the Cool Runnings down.
Is there someone to land it?
Yeah, we saw it on the way in.
Alright, I'm fine with whatever.
Iceman gets in the cockpit and starts powering up.
We'll hop over there.
Okay, so do you guys want to activate those lightsabers?
I would like to try.
Yes.
I'll hop back there and help them try to reconstruct it.
I'll
Okay.
be watching this very interestedly.
Okay, so that'll be a hard mechanics check
Okay.
for each of them. And
If you wanna-
fail, if you fail, it just means you have to make it again within like another day.
So I'll walk up to both of you and it's like, now I've assembled some of these, got these functioning before, but these are a little different.
How have you done this before?
Practice.
Who do you
You're
know?
really just anticipating for the
That's
day
how he's done
after the
before.
lightsaber,
Practice.
huh?
Yeah, he's just like, man, I want to do it. Let me.
Alright. What is, do you think you'd be able to do this then? And I'll give you a hand rather than me risk failure?
Iceman looks at Tom disapprovingly and says, "What? You can't do it yourself?"
Exactly.
Oh.
That is 100% true. Thank you for asking.
You don't deserve it.
Okay.
Iceman shakes his head in disgust and walks out of the room.
Yeah, and I'll look at this guy. It's like, do you have a crystal?
Yeah, here it is. I pull out the apparently blood red crystal.
Complete coincidence.
Well, that one is really red.
I don't know why.
I mean, that's more red than I've seen. Oh my! Wow.
It just turned red. I don't.
So, right as you say that, you notice that the stowaways are looking really concerned at Tom Noel.
Look, it was supposed to be yellow. I have a morality of 48.
Everyone looks at Tom No like he's talking goblin.
What, 1,000?
And I think you get a boost because I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Here, I shake the crystal a little bit. See, it's yellow now. It was just smudged a little bit.
So, despite our new Mon Calamari's best efforts, the lightsaber actually like ignites when he doesn't expect it to, and he kind of reels back like, "Oh,
Thanks. What color's the blade?
it's red."
Why?
Maybe it has something to do with the cold-blooded murder.
There was literally never a point where I was on the dark side. After your 11 conflict there's a good chance that I end this
Flip a
episode higher than
destiny
you.
point to make it yellow, big boy. If you really want.
Purple, baby.
No way.
Fucking yellow.
My morality's in like
It's
80.
it's yellow. Okay,
Or
so
orange?
Orange, yeah, just like the lava.
See, it was just smudged on the crystal. Probably the blood from Pit exploding everywhere.
I don't know why you're so worried about it, Tom. What are you so concerned about there? But
Okay, I'll motion for
Zilla?
I'll motion for Zilla. I'll let me take a look.
Alright, I'll
Excellent
help
work.
him too. And he should get 2 boosts with my assistance.
Oh yeah, to Gruder Racial.
Yeah, you're very helpful.
Yeah, I
course it's
I
just
feel
advantage.
like I might have done something similar to this before.
All right, Friggly Biggly, you now are the proud owner of a blue lightsaber.
Woo! Thank you, Pad.
So the lightsabers may use they may use melee instead of lightsaber. If you do, you have a setback on your roll.
Oh.
Because you're basically trying to swing it like an actual sword, and that's not a lightsaber.
Please be careful with these.
Alrighty.
We're in the outer
Alrighty.
rim now, but when we get back to the core worlds, you cannot show people this.
Oh man, Triton's got you there, Scarecrow. You straight up threatened to murder a man with a lightsaber an hour ago.
yeah, but it's an empty threat. I wasn't actually gonna murder him. So what?
I wasn't actually gonna blow up that planet Alderaan, but like, I swear to God, like it just happened.
Iceman wasn't gonna ever actually murder him.
Now we'll never know.
Yeah, now we'll never know.
He just doesn't take kindly to racism. Sorry if that's a
Shows
big,
your threat.
if that's not a good thing. Sorry.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Fly the cool runnings down to the outpost.
All right, give me a hard piloting check, big boy. 3 setback.
Oh, so you mean less than 3 setback?
That's right.
Well, I'll come over and help make sure he doesn't, get too close to anything and help look out for some.
Hey man, watch out for that lava geyser.
You can do a co-piloting check, or you know what? That's actually a specific check in here. That's called plot course. So you can do an astrogation or a perception check. That's average astrogation or a perception, and that'll reduce setback.
Perception?
Yeah. So astrogation is intelligence,
Oh.
and perception is yeah. So if it's a hard perception check.
Oh.
Two success. Okay, so what this says is each success reduces the setback suffered by 1. And I'm guessing you're basing it on like the difficult terrain, the lava geysers, and all that stuff. Caleb?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you remove 2 setback.
That was useful.
Okay, so Scarecrow, go ahead.
There we go.
Oh. All right, you managed to touch the ship down at Outpost 3. Oh my God, you already just took the ship over there. All right, cool. Okay, so you touch down and there's no one out there to greet you.
Rude.
Where are the droids we're looking for?
He's tangling.
All right, I'll just pop up that
Iceman.
strain.
Iceman lowers the ramp and heads on.
So we'll follow.
As you move down the ramp, there's it's really empty sounding, if that makes any sense. There's no pitter patter or droid to greet you or anything at all. All you hear is the lava in the distance.
Well, what are we looking at? What's the lay of the land here?
So As you exit, there's a couple paths here, leading outward. One appears to lead to a sort of vehicle bay that you gathered as you like went over the facility with your ship, and the other seems to lead to a warehouse.
But there's no internal structure below us or anything.
No, you're currently on a massive landing pad.
Okay.
So you could take this pretty literally. Currently, you're just like outside of the
Yeah. Iceman's gonna start heading towards the warehouse with his.
So as you start to move through the gates, your vision feels a little bit blurry, and you notice that there's a lot of literal random aliens dead on the ground. They have disruptor rifles and various sets of armor.
Hold up, disruptor rifles?
Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I know exactly what I've done, Slevern.
Oh no.
You know what you've done?
Oh no. As I look over, I notice one of my friends sitting over there.
There's a dead Monkel on the ground.
Yep. Okay, party. A destiny point to have him still kind of breathing right now.
Sure, absolutely. I would
Party, are
absolutely.
you okay with that?
Yeah.
As a GM, I am perfectly
Like we
okay
need
with
any.
that. So you move forwards, and you see that the Monkel kind of goes and kind of stops to finally recover from the cough and looks up and he says, "Oh my God! I thought you might probably dead too. Pad, please save me."
Iceman pours a bottle of water over his head.
He looks really pleased about this, by the way.
What are his wounds looking like?
So I can tell you that his wounds are like his threshold is 18, and he's at 17.
I stab with a stim
is
pack.
clinging. Oh, I wasn't ready for the stim pack.
No, I'm not stabbing him with a lightsaber. I'm
putting him out of
stim packing
his
him.
misery.
He's getting a stim pack.
Okay.
Okay, you jam it into his hip, and he looks a lot better. And he kind of like sits up and goes, "Oh, that's so much better."
Mm.
Oh, where's the rest of the group?
Are we gonna try and outdo each other here?
Yeah.
He kind of points to the other Monkel and says, "They're all dead."
Oh no.
I'm picturing just like the dueling banjo situation.
There was a squad of battle droids, and they were being led by this really weird-looking one, and we got ambushed. It's like they fell on us like a bag of bricks.
How many did you get?
Well, it's like I said, it was like a bag of bricks, so we got like 20 of them. There's
That's
so many of them.
That's like, where did they go?
They're still here as far as I know, or unless you killed. I thought you might have killed them because, I don't know how you got here without getting shot.
We took out some vulture droids, but you just get back to our ship. We'll take care of you. We have some people there.
Iceman motions for Pit Little to help the Monkel on the ship.
A little pit droid comes flying out of nowhere and helps them back on the ship.
Oh my god. This is great.
All right, group. We're gonna kill him.
So yeah,
Iceman,
there is a disruptor rifle on the ground from one of the dead bodies.
any of them have any
It'd be a shame
explosives?
not to take it.
Any grenades or anything on the
So
on the
each
bodies?
one of them is currently carrying a glop grenade.
A
There's
glop
about 8
grenade?
bodies. glop grenade. I said glop
How
grenade.
does this grenade work?
It's like an
It makes
entangle
people
grenade.
get glopped.
So it keeps them. They can't run.
Oh, okay. There's
Pit
no way
Little
for
is more helpful than his namesake.
Right.
Aw!
Is there a way for Tesla to attach it to the end of
To what?
attach the grenade to the end of the I-beam?
Why?
Apply enough pressure to the grenade, it should go off, right?
You'll be in range of it.
No, let it happen. They want it.
So that would be a hard mechanics check with 2 setback because you're quite literally taking some duct tape and just like, this will fix it.
Yeah, 100%. Just like that.
Come on, Connie, make the fucking check. You wanted this?
Give me a second. You said 2 step back?
Yeah.
Unlucky, not particularly good looking roll.
So you take the beam, right? You're kind of like trying to position it towards the ground in your body. You're starting to wrap it around the grenade, and you got like this little bit of tape. And finally, like you just mess it up and squeeze the grenade too hard, and it goes right in front of you. You were ensnared for 3 rounds.
Okay.
Iceman picks up 2 glop grenades.
Okay.
So is it just the one disruptor rifle?
So the rest of them are carrying heavy blaster rifles. He might have been the
Okay.
captain if you had to guess.
Bubbles is going to take the disruptor rifle to the edge of the platform and toss it off.
Oh! I could have used that.
They're the worst. How could you do that to another person?
We're fighting droids, you idiot!
When did you start being concerned what weapons did to people?
Do you guys want to try and stop him?
I mean, yeah, you could probably. It's not like he's hiding what he was doing.
I'm not.
Iceman just
Copper
lowers
going
his
in
sunglasses down the bridge
Yeah,
of his
I'm
nose.
stopping him.
3. Okay.
But how is the real
Athletics.
question?
How?
Athletics.
So is that?
It can be athletics or coordination.
Could I? You can tell me no. Could I essentially like command him
You
basically
would
like
just have
tell
a
him to stop?
massive leadership check.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I want
sure.
you to do an athletics check, get a despair, and dive off the edge. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
you're gonna have to jump out for me with those.
So that'll be an average. That's versus his discipline, I think.
Discipline is average, yeah.
Okay, that's the roll. No boost. Oh my gosh. One failure.
So
one
right
failure.
as you're starting to say something, he just kind of like drops and looks back like, what? You hear a loud boom. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
As I was saying, why would you ever want to use one of those things?
They're
So you guys
droids,
begin to hear a
Bubbles.
bunch of clanking noises.
Yeah, we're gonna need them for that. As I point out to the dark hole
Okay,
over
that's
there.
That's a fair point, the whole droids thing, but
I'm not gonna bring it out after this. This is it.
So you notice that they're not actually coming from the pad; they're coming from behind the actual landing pad.
All right, I'm
shit.
gonna light my lightsaber and
They're
take
coming from
and
the
turn
high
towards
ground.
where they're coming from.
They're coming from the high ground. That's right. Oh my God! So you
Fuck.
notice that there is a massive army of war droids coming towards your location from up the hill.
Iceman runs into
How
the
did
cool
we
runnings.
not notice them on our way here?
Maybe
Iceman
they're
runs into the
stealthy.
cool runnings and gets in the Top Gun turret.
Okay. What?
Is
Just
Sorry,
as a
he-
vantage
he's
point.
Derailed me. He's derailed me. Sorry. Let me continue. So who wants to actually like? Is anyone going to like meet them or fight them? Because currently they will get to the ship within no time at all.
when we're talking an army,
I'm talking about 24 droids.
Oh,
Tesla
so a
would
small
like to start
detachment.
I
24
will.
that are in range.
I will stand with Bubbles and Tespa if they go for it.
Tesla, no. Tesla's
Tesla's
What'd
going
you say
for
you
it.
cut out? Okay, you're going for it?
Tesla is
You're really cutting out, Katya.
Tesla is going to. Can you? Is it still?
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Tesla's gonna charge them.
So, Katia, because you're the only person. So, we'll say that Zilla sees it too, because she said she would back it up. Bubbles, you as well. You see that there is a very large droid leading the charge. Kind of lanky. And let me just pull out this awesome mini that I have for him right here.
Wait, what?
Oh,
And how far away is this droid?
He's about at extreme range. He's advancing quite slowly.
Okay.
Ew, it looks like a mosquito.
Yeah, it does look like a mosquito. Oh, Tesla is gonna want to.
Look,
Let's see.
Grievous.
Yeah, that's Grievous 100%. But what would be the range on Javelin throwing the I-beam?
What?
A
I
fucking
hate
steel eye
you
beam?
so much.
that would be a ranged heavy chat, like I'd assume.
It's gotta
No,
be.
I mean,
Oh,
So
what would, like,
Sliver.
how far can I throw it? Would that be based off of my brawl? With
It's
my brawl?
so throwing is always short range unless you have things that can make you throw further than
Okay,
that.
so it would be short range.
Also, it's an I beam, so you're not going to be throwing that very far.
Iceman
much-
powers up the gun turret and trains it on the approaching army of.
So the droid gets really close to Zilla. Sorry, they kind of like they've gotten much closer, and they've stopped. And you see the much larger one. Moved up to at the vanguard of the charge, and he locks eyes with our good friends Zilla, Tesfa, and Bubbles,
Tesla
and
will step
they're
forward.
dead quiet.
All right, I'm waiting for them to say something. I'm on guard.
Iceman is ready to fucking let her rip, but he's
Pretty much the same. Tesla's waiting for them to get within close range.
So, the large robot seems to be drawing his weapon.
drawing is what?
Okay.
Iceman goes over the comm link and asks he should start.
So we're gonna end the session right there.
What a cut.
Right?
I feel like Slever did this to us.
100%.
So that's gonna be 20 experience for everybody.
Okay.
And let's resolve the conflict that the two Jedi have just like been throwing around real quick.
Yeah, give it to me.
Where's that percentile? There it is. All right, this will be for Tanner. Do you want to?
Go for it. I'll let the hand of fate decide. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
You only go
minus
up
2.
to. Or yeah, go down 2.
Yeah.
What do you know? I'm still a light side paragon, bitch.
All right.
All right.
This is for you, Frog.
You're up.
You go up
9.
9.
All right.
And for me,
Up 5.
I go up 5.
That's the wrong way.
The Tomlo Rehabilitation Program has been a resounding
Successful.
success. I am now at 53 morality. I'm above where I started.
I just want to point out that the amount of conflict I received for threatening emptily to kill a racist was less than what Tomno got for murdering someone in cold blood.
Didn't I get like 15?
You got 15 for shooting that man.
Oh,
You got
did
a
he?
lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you got less than that. All right. Still.
Oh my God.
All right, so everyone make sure to make your backup characters for Campaign 3 when we get murdered next
No.
week.
Iceman's sitting pretty. He is in prime position.
To leave.
He just takes off into orbit. All right, guys, I gotta go. Peace be the journey, man.
All right. So next week.
And yes, before this ends, yes, Frog Buddy does have the biggest balls here. The chat,
What are you saying? What?
the female Togruta has the biggest balls in the session. Damn.
Oh.
From General Reckon.
She's a pretty self-sufficient
Sassy.
burly lady.
And nearly got half of us killed last time.
True.
Thanks, Billiam the Barbarian.
All right. So is anyone at this point unable to make it next week?
I'm good.
I should be good as well.
You know, I'm not leaving my house lately.
Yeah, me either, man. I don't know why.
Wow, get a life.
All right, so that'll be Wednesday the 29th. Same time as usual. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Clever, can we get a little bit more pad before we go?
A little bit more what?
Long calamari cruiser ready.